It's the State of Sin end of year synthstravaganza featuring Dennis G and Jules Neon Fawkes and myself, David, from
Von Kaiser. And I'm Kaylin.
From Von Kaiser.
Yeah.
I love it. Perfect.
Beautiful.
We are. Thank
Amazing.
you.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, happy hollandaise to Craig Packman.
Hi, Craig.
Ooh.
Way over from the other side of the pond.
Hollandaise.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Somebody said hollandaise.
Now, Jules, you do holiday. Now, do you do hollandaise on holidays, or is it just whenever you feel like it?
I do hollandaise anytime I can.
Because I know that was like your thing. We went to.
When I travel,
Neon.
I always try to make sure I have eggs Benedict every day wherever I am.
Is that like you're
Florida,
like
Seattle? I don't care, wherever. New
Are you
York.
comparing the Benedicts from the different parts of the world?
Exactly. I want to know who makes the best Benedicts.
I see all your Instagram stories, and I too am interested in knowing who makes the best egg Benedicts. And so I'm just like, no, David doesn't eat eggs, but I eat all of the eggs. So yeah,
You eat all.
I'm
of the
always
eggs.
like putting extra hearts on all
Wait,
of
are you
egg
serious,
Benedicts.
David? You don't like eggs?
At all. Yeah.
Oh
sorry.
my!
What?
He
grew
thinks
up,
they stink like poo.
I grew up being sort of force-fed them.
Like me and cheese.
Yeah, my mom would lie to me about them and put them in quiche or something. You know, quiche is made with
Quiche is entirely egg.
Right, so she'd be like, "Oh no, it's not," and then I'd find out later it's like sick eggs, and like we'd make Easter eggs, and like I don't know. That's just you know Lord of the Rings when the guy's eating all of the close-up scene of the Steward of Gondor, and he's eating all of like the tomatoes and the food's going all over. I've just like mental image of old people eating hard-boiled eggs and just like the egg bursting all over their
With
old
no
mouths.
teeth.
Yum.
It's
Yeah.
just vulgar.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you say that because my mom, when I was younger, she knew I didn't like cheese, but she'd make me quiche, and she's like, "It's all egg. Don't worry about it."
It was the opposite. It was all cheese. I'd have fallen
Then when
for
I
it.
found out, I was like, "Wow."
My sister, I think, was the one who burst the egg bubble for me on quiche.
You were eating it though beforehand?
It used to be my favorite food, yeah.
Yes,
Well, see, so it's delicious. You
Not
like
anymore.
it.
no.
You like it.
No, it's just.
Ladies and
What-
gentlemen, welcome to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis.
Yes,
Dun,
welcome.
dun, 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 we don't like quiche. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
we don't like
your new
quiche.
album on the new Von Kaiser.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, Dennis,
Yes,
we should remind everyone we are live. If you can't tell
we
already,
are D Live.
so if you're in the YouTubes listening to our show and listening to Night Ride FM, or if you're on the nightride.fm website in the IRC chat, say hi because we like to throw out shout outs to whoever's listening.
Yeah, I think everyone's in the chat.
Yeah, everyone's in the chat. Let's give a quick shout out to our buddies from Down Under. Yeah. We got Craig Packman from Perth.
Hey.
We also got Hearts in Beta. Who else we got there? Ooh, we got my buddy Night Flyer from Toronto. We're going to be hearing a track from his. Actually, coming up very soon.
Yeah.
We've also got Dimi K, the Greek guitar god.
What?
Yep. And
latest-
Snugs the Kit.
Snugs
We've
it.
also, yep. Razor Boy's in that chat. We've got our friend Dysterian from Poland. And we've got Karen Zoe Lee.
Hey, very
Woo!
What's that?
And that was what was it? A beer
was-
opening?
That was a jubilance.
That was a
Could be
no
kids watching
yeah.
or listening, so it's probably just a Coke.
It's
Yes,
probably
yes.
just a Coke.
It's
Probably.
a can of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal. Yeah,
The
that's
last one.
Keep it on brand, right?
Yeah.
I am having, because I usually don't drink, but it is our season finale. I am drinking the last of my Beer of the Month club. I'm very sad that the whole year is come and gone. My wife got it for me last year. The Beer of the Month. They give you, beer every month. And this is the Dunkel Munich style brown lager KC Beer Company. I guess they're out of Kansas City. So I guess shout out to Joe Loke, Kansas City, right? That's where he's from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there it is. I'm drinking Joe Loke's beer, and it's quite good. It's a nice brown ale, and
He told you about it or sent it to you?
no, this is just it. They send beer from all around the world. So, it's mostly like domestic American, but it is from a different place. usually it's 2 different brewers. They're all microbrews and all that, and they send you it's like a 12-pack they send you every month of beer from different places all around the United States. So we are in Kansas City right now, enjoying the Munich-style brown lager. I just said Joe Loke because he's from that area, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
So shout out.
It's Kansas City, not Kansas, right?
Right. Kansas
It's
City
Missouri.
is in Missouri.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
It's
another
a trick.
place.
Crazy.
There actually is a
crazy
town.
Americans.
There's a town. I think the town that Joe actually lives in. He'll probably come on and tell me if I'm right or wrong about this, but it's Olathe, Kansas, which is near there. It's like right outside Kansas City, Missouri, and they have some of the most amazing breweries there. It's kind of like our town in Michigan.
Yeah, but what's their eggs Benedict like there? Because
Delicious.
Probably drives you towards drinking the beer, I would assume.
Yes. They go hand in hand. You drink the beer, you eat the Benedict, and
Well, you throw
drink
up
more
from the
beer.
Benedict and then drink the beer.
I
as a
do not
compensation.
throw up from the Benedict. I might throw up from the beer and then eat the Benedict.
Do you
in the
guys
morning.
like deviled eggs too?
God, yeah, I make
love
the best
it.
ones. By the way, the trick to the best deviled egg is instead of paprika sprinkled on top, you sprinkle taco
Cocaine.
seasoning.
Taco seasoning?
Trust me, it's better than cocaine.
That's a food hack. Right
Think
there.
about
Taco.
I'm going to Mark Zuckerberg's
Taco
house, and the
cane.
deviled eggs are cocaine eggs. Like,
You know what? You could mix Coke in with the
That's why it's taco cane.
Yeah.
taco cane.
have you guys ever had a Scotch egg? Those are even more barfable.
Yeah,
No, but
wrapped
I-
in sausage
I
and deep
kinda
fried
want
and
that.
breaded and deep fried.
Yeah,
Oh.
no thanks for me on that one.
Yeah,
I think that any egg is the most unsynthwave thing ever.
It
Like,
is. I think.
I've
it
never
is.
seen any eggs in synthwave. Think about it.
No,
It is
no.
true.
You
No one even eats breakfast because there's
marinate it in pink and then cut some lines across it. And
the
you
synth
know-
egg.
I mean, if
got-
you do
that's
this,
made
then
word egg.
if you do this, then yes, then eggs could be synthwave. But if you don't do this, then eggs are not synthwave.
Well, yeah, no.
A Fabergé egg in aesthetic.
Now, Fabergé eggs, that is the thing that I really never understand. Like,
Never.
Is that a real egg? Or is that, like,
Yes.
I think
it's a
it's an egg with jewels on it or something, right?
It's
It's
not an egg,
it's
though.
an
It's, I
egg-shaped
think
piece of art.
Oh,
It's an
they're
egg-shaped
eggs.
piece of art.
well, they're not real eggs.
Oh, I thought
You
they were
can't
eggs.
eat
No,
when
they're
they
huge.
put,
They're like you're big. They're big.
Yeah.
It would have to be an ostrich egg.
Right.
right.
But no,
It's
they're
not
not. It's
though,
not a
right?
real egg. It's
Well,
not a
they do
real
like
egg. no.
goose eggs and like duck eggs and
They're not real eggs.
Yeah, they're
All
eggs.
right.
And
Google
they
is
put,
our friend.
Fabergé
I'm gonna look
ones?
it up. I'm gonna look it
Yeah.
up.
Fabergé ones are covered in diamonds and rubies.
yeah, they
and,
put enamel over them and like gold leaf.
but
I
they're
was
not
going to
real
say
eggs.
that you couldn't
Yeah,
eat that.
squirrel,
I don't
they're not
think.
real.
Yeah,
It's like-
because
it's
you
like-
can accidentally smash them. Like
Well, that's because they're fragile.
Smash
because
as in,
they're
like,
made of
eat them
eggs.
fast, or smash them as in break them?
like break them. Like if you touch it
Well, that's because they're
accidentally,
fine
because
art or
you're
whatever.
clumsy like me and you bonk around and then all of a sudden the eggs are all broken.
But why
and
would you
then
be
you-
walking around with a handful of Fabergé
egg, you'd make it
eggs?
into history books.
That's what I want to know. Wow, we just started right off the rails. I love it. This is like the best type
Well,
of show.
we're bringing it all back. It's an aesthetic Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's all about the aesthetic.
They're not real eggs. They are jewelry. They are a created
From the
jewel.
fall of the Romanov family during the Russian Revolution.
Yeah, it's actually one of the old. So just real quick fun fact, then we'll abandon the eggs. The Fabergé egg is the oldest decorative like house decoration in the world. It dates back to before the Roman Empire. So it's the oldest known like sort of like thing that someone did to be frivolous. It's the oldest thing.
Wow.
How about that? Isn't that crazy?
Talk about frivolous. Jesus.
Well, I'm saying, but it may have at one time decorated a real egg, but as it turns out, they are not real eggs.
Okay,
Well, yeah, so synth and stuff.
let's play a song. Why don't we play a track, and then we're gonna get caught up with our good old buddies Von Kaiser and talk with them a little bit. And we do have two guests we're going to be having on. We have at the top of the hour, we're going to be having Elon Dust and VHS Celebs at
E
the other
L
top.
O N D U S T. Yeah.
I love it. You guys listen to it. You did your homework. Very good.
Of course we did our homework. But we're not rubes off the bus.
They are amazing. Both artists are just amazing. I'm so happy to have them on the show. But let's get to some things that is not them and it's not you, but it is some other rad artists. So why don't we go ahead and kick this off? Do you have the scripts in front of you, David and Kaylin?
Sure, yeah.
All right, so why don't you guys just go ahead and set this up here, because you guys are co-hosts. So.
Oh no.
Let's.
You mean you wanted us to have the script in front of us and do something right now?
Like right at this moment, you wanted that?
I will do it.
All right,
you can get the next one.
That's the test.
What's this? Okay, this is my buddy Night Flyer from Toronto.
Oh, there you go.
Chill Wave, and he's on the Girlfriend Records label. And he dropped a new single on December 11th, and it's called Sun Chaser. So here it is, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Night Flyer by... God damn it, I did it backwards, didn't I?
Yep, Sun Chaser by Night Flyer.
There it is.
Night Flyer is the artist in this case.
Yes.
See?
I have issues with saying things backwards. And, it is what it is. It's just live radio, and you're just going to go with it. But, you guys say things a lot better. Especially, I know, Kaylin. I don't even know if we talked about the book that you read.
Oh, no.
We don't need to talk about that. So we probably just don't have
We should.
to.
We can talk about it.
Could we drop a link in the chat?
Do tell.
Back in, when was that? 2014, I think, or 20.
That's pretty recent.
It's on Amazon.
It is on Amazon. It's called The Seventh Bride, and I did read that book back when I had a more different name.
She should have been. She's real good at audiobooks. Don't let her sell you short. They asked
me to do a bunch of accents, like European accents, on the fly, and I had to pretend that I knew how to do them. So if you read the reviews, some of them are nice, and I think those people are probably American and they don't really know about accents. And then the other people are like, these accents are questionable. But other than that, I think it was all right,
That's a wonderful experience. I mean, I can't even read a book. I can't even read. This is why I don't even read the script. For anybody listening to the show, for your knowledge, we write a bunch of stuff here on the script, and Jules can read really well, and I just kind of maybe I need glasses. I don't know what it is, but I just
Is this like The Seventh Bride by T. Kingfisher?
That's the one.
That's it.
Oh, it's
you can listen to 6.5 hours of me.
Yeah, it's
and
unabridged.
Me alone.
Honestly, okay. So we listened to it, and we were doing a road trip with a bunch of people, and unbeknownst to her, I bought it and then put it on, and we listened to it during the whole drive. Amazing. And she's just sitting in the back, just covering her face.
There's just something unnerving about being forced to listen to your own voice for 6.5 hours.
Narrator Kaylin Heath.
Yeah.
Kaylin Heath. Is that like a show name?
No,
what did it call that?
Narrator.
That was a married name back when that was a thing.
There it
no
is.
longer.
Yes, America's favorite synth divorcee.
No longer.
No longer.
We have so many things in common in Von Kaiser. It's crazy.
Yeah. So cool.
Well, you guys are just, you're like our favorite guest to have on. We're so happy to have you guys on to grill these people that we're going to have on later on, because that's what it's all about. Just
poor guys and girls.
It's just fun. You guys are fun, and we always have a good time. It's like you guys, Starcadian, and I guess Michael Oakley. Just like you guys are like the trifecta of.
We should all come on at once and see how that show would
be.
Go.
A 16-hour show. I just could tell you right now, because every time we put a show on with you guys, we go long. Every time we're going on with Starcadian, we go super long. And Michael Oakley sort of, he's not. Yeah, we go along.
He's pretty verbose. When he and I and Kaylin are rapping in person, it always goes longer than it probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's something about Oakley's accent that you'll just kind of let him talk, regardless of whether or not he's saying anything important or not.
Well, it's kind of like slow.
Apparently, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose.
Vichyssoise.
I think it's the Scottish accent too. It's kind of like all the words are kind of like slower and elongated. I think.
Yeah.
There's like some sort of physics thing with sound and time travel and stuff like that. Like the
he's got a way of capturing you
for sure.
Like it's just you get just pulled into Michael Oakley's universe, and before you know it. Lord knows what you're talking about.
Here's a quiz for the regular hosts of the State of Synth, both yourself and Jules. When was the last time that we sat down and did this? Do you remember?
I mean,
it wasn't as long ago as you probably think, but you might have forgotten when.
Well, it was Neon. It had to have been Neon.
That's correct. That's Neon. Neon Retrofest 2023.
I can't believe this is the thing. I cannot believe that it was this year Neon Retrofest was this year. I think I've said that
April
before.
This year.
Isn't that crazy?
It's not even been a year.
It feels like forever ago.
It feels like it happened like before the pandemic. It was like so
right.
long ago.
I know it. I mean, we still talk about it like kind of just like I've never experienced synthwave in that way before, and I know they're talking about doing it again. And like it just is like, if you've ever been on the fence about going to an event before, go, because like, I mean, wasn't it just like ridiculously awesome? And it didn't even need, like, the artists being there was just a bonus, but like even just everybody
just hanging out
from the community, like
together.
talking. Yeah, I mean, it was just so, I don't know.
It was like SynthCon.
Yeah.
But even like the vendors were all cool, and like the displays were, I mean, everything, the arcade games, like it just was like a sweet event. Like I was very, very impressed by what they did.
It was just amazing. The way they transformed that entire hotel into just this dream place. Like arcades and computers all around and hackers and I don't know, like beer, because the bar ran up like a tab of what, 10 grand? It's like for a night or something like that.
Yeah. Kit in the chat says Retrofest feeling like it was longer than it was. Sounds like they did it right, and that's correct because like that's exactly how
even the memories are retro.
Yeah, I mean it's true, and like cause it was like a 60s movie, because by day all the different artists would be like around the pool. Like you'd come down and Oakley's at the pool sitting there, and he wasn't even playing. He was there. Robert Parker's just laying there by the pool, People, and everybody's cool, so you can just walk up and talk to them about whatever, if you're going to go up and talk to them about the show, they'd be like, oh great, no one was weird, like to the point where you had to have like a security, because everybody was cool. It was just like a super open-ended event. Like I just look back on it fondly. Like I'm so glad that we were all there, and you guys there doing State of Synth was cool, like great live on stage.
Even though we messed that up, it was still fun.
Well,
was fun.
It wouldn't be a live show if there wasn't something to go wrong.
That's
right?
True.
Yeah, the logistics of it just, either the way I think we're going to have to do it if we do it again, we're just going to do the hotel Wi-Fi, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We paid more than we wanted to get that properly done up with the internet, with a, cable,
for sure.
hard
sure.
cable, hardwired. And it still didn't work. So.
Right. Yeah, I know it. And I know we were part of it too, trying to get the mics and everything, and like the whole setup, with everything going on in the hotel was difficult,
But we had fun. The people that showed up, I think that they had an experience that they can always, and I'm not just saying about the show, I'm speaking about the whole thing. It was part of the
artists are like not just artists, but people are like regular fans that came to the event are still talking about it. Like, what an amazing weekend.
Yeah,
and it really was only 3 days.
It was cool hanging out with everybody too, like hanging out with the artists, hanging out with the fans, and just like everybody just kind of was super chill. Like, yeah, it was just great.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yes.
Good job, Grant. Good job, Amanda.
I'll
give them a shout one more time.
Everybody.
Pretty good for it,
Yeah, they've been quiet. I have to give them a poke after the new year, because I know Grant and Amanda were doing tons of streaming on Twitch and all that. I don't know if I've been notified that they've been streaming, or maybe I just like uninstalled Twitch. I don't.
Sure, yeah. I know Grant's got his games out. He's been doing his arcade stuff.
Oh, that's
like
right.
They did an event recently, I saw.
Yeah, so they're
people were posting about, but yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough.
Yeah,
after doing an event like that, you probably just want to unplug for the rest of the year,
Yeah, I definitely think they deserve it.
Dennis,
yeah,
do you still have the drive link up on your
drive
PC?
link? Yes, no, I don't. But I can pull it up real quick.
All right, pull it up. There's a song I want to play.
Oh, we're gonna play more bonus tracks.
Yeah, more bonus tracks.
Let's just play stuff on the fly.
There's a one there. You'll notice it was just recently added, and
right.
if you could kindly load that up, and
would you kindly?
It's not Turbo 303.
No. This one is. I was looking for this high and low. And I finally found it deep in my archive somewhere.
All right. So I'm going to pull this up.
You'll love this. This is an awesome track.
Amazing. We should just play tracks and talk and bullshit. And, well, that's sort of like what we do on every show, right? I guess there's no different.
So, yeah. But by the way, folks, we want to remind everyone we had David and Kaylin from Von Kaiser. And, of course, they're in the chats as Von Kaiser and a squirrel. And I wanted to ask you guys. So you guys remember the very first song you dropped as Von Kaiser, right? Way back when, when I was like creating my little playlist was tiny, and I was like, who's this Von Kaiser? And I came across this song.
Wait, is it the first song we're talking about?
First song?
Or like the first song?
The first one.
The one that's no longer available anymore?
Right,
song?
one I like.
Mona Lisa Overdrive.
First song, first time.
You remember this track, right?
Yeah. Do you have this?
We do have this.
Oh my gosh.
Dennis, I think we should play this, but this was like 5 years ago or something like that. 6 years ago.
Yeah, at least 6 years.
All right, so we're gonna play some. Is this like pre Von Kaiser?
This is Von Kaiser.
It was an album that we released, and then later, kind of Kaylin came back
it's pre-Kaylin Von Kaiser.
Pre-Kaylin Von Kaiser.
Yeah, so she was like, I don't want to have... She likes this song, but she didn't really want the rest of the record to be She felt that we should start over, and we kind of agreed. It's nothing against her. We have actually considered redoing this song. And then like re-putting it out as a single.
Yeah.
So that may happen. So
you guys have... What is this? This is like 27 seconds of silence? Is that
what?
All right,
is that what Neon sent you? If you want to just do that
it's
instead,
it's 8 seconds. It's only 8 seconds. All right, so that's not too bad.
This is unheard Von Kaiser too. I mean, it's on YouTube still, the original music video.
I think that's where I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that whole song is based on the Gibson novel, Mona Lisa Overdrive, with the same name.
Yeah.
Just to nerd it up a little bit.
Oh yeah. That was the trilogy, or was that the first or one of the books, I believe.
Yep, it's the middle book. Yep,
it's the middle. Okay, that's the one I didn't read yet. I read the first one, and I didn't read the second one, and I didn't read the third one because I got things to do.
I'd say William Gibson's like one of the best.
He's amazing.
Sci-fi sort of cyberpunk style writers that's ever existed.
Before we go into this, though, I want to let you guys know that I just started watching The Peripheral again because I was really sad that they're not coming back for a second season.
They're not going to do another Peripheral?
They actually, I think...
And Amazon's going to try to charge me more money?
Right? Like $2.
$3 more just to not have ads and what I'm already paying for? Like, what?
Right. I just saw that. I was like, that's a really weird way to say that we're raising your prices. Like,
yeah. Just say you want to raise the rate. Like,
just say you're going to raise the rate. Right. Don't be like
Disney just says we're going to raise the rate. They don't say, like, you're going to pay for a service, but also might see a commercial in the middle of watching something,
And by the way, we're raising the rate for if you don't want the ads. It was really a weird way of writing it, but I don't know.
I may take a lot of hate for this, but I love Wheel of Time, what they've done with it in the second season, and like that's honestly the only reason I'm clinging to Amazon Prime. I
tried. I think I started that, but I don't remember if I don't even know if I watched the first episode. I'll have to check that out.
A lot of people, like, because there's so many books, and then I read the book series, and it is both it's like wearing a hair shirt kind of at times. Like, it is a punishment to get through the original, but a lot of people are mad because the show deviates, just like Game of Thrones kind of did from the...
Well, they ran out of books with that.
Oh, I mean, there's 13 books. I mean, it's going to be hard to jam that all into a show that,
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. But yeah, so The Peripheral, I just started watching that again, and just a really cool concept, cool show.
Very cool.
I do love William Gibson, so we're gonna give this a spin. This is Mona Lisa Overdrive, a little early pre-Kaylin Von Kaiser, and you are listening to it right here on Night Ride FM.
Gonna fall in love. Gonna have a chance. Count zeros, count the memory banks with stationary tanks of loading with our brains to spare us both. They're coming hard. They're coming fast. Selling straight in faces with the now spaces with the now finally get us out and make a break. Mona Lisa says overdrive. Loaded everything, lights are bright. Tokyo streets, Yakuza fight. Gonna run all night, gonna run all night, gonna run all night. Mona Lisa says overdrive. Loaded everything, lights are bright. Tokyo streets, Yakuza fight. Gonna run all night, gonna run all night, gonna run all night. Gonna run all night, gonna run all night, gonna run all night. Gonna run all night, gonna run all night, gonna run all night. Gonna run all night, gonna run all night, gonna run all night. Gonna run all night, gonna run all night, gonna run all
Yeah.
And that was Von Kaiser with Mona Lisa Overdrive. And I love that track, man. I love the bouncy bass. Was that you on bass, Mr. David?
Yep, yeah. I mean, we that was written like almost entirely in a day. That song was a quickie.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Little
Just,
plucky
like,
bass.
hearing that
It
again.
was enough to get me hooked.
And Kaylin, I just love I love when you guys do the backing vocals. I love it when Kaylin is I almost said when Kaylin's on top.
Whoa.
But
It's
She's
nice
one of
when
her-
I'm on top.
It's one
too.
of
I
her
like it
favorite
too,
places
you
to
know?
be. Yeah.
vocally,
In a song, yes, of course.
vocally on on the high register in the backing vocals, and I like how you take it to the higher octave. It's kind of like almost where you have like modern music, and instead of like I think with modern music they take the voice and they bring in like a low voice, but yours is like flipped, so you have like a baritone or a tenor. What are you, a baritone?
Yeah.
Me, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I don't know if I'm
although
actually
you-
a baritone.
Yeah, I think you're more a baritone now.
She's got the degree. I don't
So
know.
when I first joined, he was singing more music that was more in like a tenor range, and I thought that it sounded like he was possibly straining his voice and singing things that were slightly out of his range. And I said, well, why are you doing that when you're more of like a baritenor or a baritone? And he's like, what's this baritenor? And it's because he's got those wow, I'm like drawing a blank here.
No,
He's got
but you-
the higher range.
He's
Yeah,
got that
I'm just
something,
thinking-
something.
We use
like the
words
head
to
voice.
tell about
I know. I'm
things.
just like blanking right now. I've had a couple of beers.
That's okay.
So the herp, the derp, and the
We're on vacation.
We're
you
on
know, it's
vacation,
It's the
that's
week between
fine.
Christmas and New Year's. So
But
Speaking of,
he's got the higher sounds in there. It's just not his full voice, and so it's like kind of he's got the richness of the baritone sound, but he doesn't have like the super deep tones. So he's kind of in that middle range. Although lately, I feel like your deeper tones have been richer, and so I would err on the side of baritone over tenor. But yes,
suburban.
I like
it's
his falsetto.
suburban.
David
Yeah.
has good falsettos.
Yes,
yes,
yes.
it's all about the falsettos.
So like the thing though now is like since we've done like 4 vocal records and 2 EPs that are vocal based, I think we're gonna try and really this round on this next set of like songs and singles we're putting out, we're gonna go super hard on our instrumental ability here. Like
Nice.
there's a lot of guitar work in our stuff that you can hear, and like you Kaylin's done tons of different keyboard stuff, like you've seen her on Wavelengths or whatever, and like she's got solos on things and stuff. So we're going to be doing some like play on that back and forth. Just it's not like we're not going to sing. It's just not going to be like a vocal centric record.
We've got a couple singles that we're
but it's going to be
too,
straight retro wave, like straight on. Like I want to make the most on the nose, beautiful synthwave album I can make, because like I'm just done like trying to push the genre where it doesn't want to go.
Right. Yeah.
Like, we explore different areas of being like sort of like indie synthwave or being vocal band synthwave and like all these different ways, and it's been fun, and like and there's songs on there that we love, but like honestly, like getting back to like why I love retrowave in the first place and why we got into this, like the actual sound of that like amusement park commercial or Christmas morning toy, like that the excitingness of like of what that dotted bass note does to human beings. Like I feel like right now is a time that is ready to kind of just make that kind of record and give our vocal cords a slight rest. And I'll be honest, like her and I are both like we're doing braces as adults. Older adults.
Oh, that's what I heard.
Yeah. It doesn't really affect our singing too much, but like
Von braces.
Yeah, we're Von braces. And
so then, does this mean that Von Braces might drop a single or an EP on May the 4th? Be with you?
For sure. Yeah, we are already going to release on that date.
Yeah, we've been working on a couple of different singles apart from this album that we're kind of focusing our energy on as well, or like our thoughts and energy on. We got to finish those up, and then I think we're going to start on this new project.
Yep.
So we'll have some vocals in there prior. But yeah, it is really difficult because like when you're trying to sing and your mouth just keeps getting caught up and in the metal and your lips are bleeding and you're like, wow,
we have a really cool song that Kaylin's been working on, but like she is not happy with it because she feels like she can't sing it the way she wants to because she's covering her braces.
There's a lot of
I just
lisping.
pictured you guys with spring loaded braces, so every time you stretch your mouth open it snaps shut.
Like bear trap.
Honestly, it would do us a service, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my
By the
God.
way,
I was going to say something, but my wired jaw doesn't allow me.
I gotta say a shout out to Embryonic, Phil Maldonado, and Bending Grid.
Very nice.
Chats.
People tuning in.
Hello.
Very nice. And so now we do have a couple more tracks to play, and we do have our first guest who is going to be coming up at the top of the hour. So before we do play the next track, though, I want to know, we did the whole Christmas thing, and we don't usually do a show after Christmas. We usually just say we're done, but we kind of had a elongated season, Jules and I, and we had some things happen, and you don't have that many weeks in a month to do a show, but I'm just glad we were able to do this because we could talk about all the cool presents that we got for Christmas, for Santa or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you do indeed celebrate. I got myself I didn't get myself it, but my wife got me it's a what the hell is this called? A MetaQuest 3.
Oh, hey, Karin got one too.
Oh my God, that's amazing. We gotta team up. I gotta send her, however you do it, friend requests, or it's all hooked up through Facebook. So
it's all Facebook.
Should be able to do it pretty easily. I want to play. My new thing is I want to play mini golf. They got mini golf, and you can actually link up with other players, and it's just like you're in a mini golf without leaving your house. It's really fun and exciting. And
VR, is that what you said?
Yeah,
VR it's my new thing. I don't know what it is. My thing was when I was a kid, I liked VR. I was always, that part of cyberpunk was the thing that really I got into, the whole
did you like Ready Player One? Did you watch any of that?
I did. I loved Ready Player One. I loved Max Headroom was an old cyberpunk show back in the 80s, and a lot of it was very very cerebral, with the minds and traveling through computers and stuff like that. And another one that was very, very obscure. Did you guys ever hear of a show called Wild Palms? Probably not. It was so
Wild
obscure.
Palms?
Wild Palms.
Is this like a cop show on USA back in the day?
No. This came out like right around when Twin Peaks came out. I
Oh.
think they were trying to like market on the name.
In the 90s?
In the 90s. Yeah. It was like either late 80s or early 90s.
It wasn't like a Lorenzo Lamas show or something?
I think
Like a
Palms.
So it was directed by Oliver Stone. This actually came on ABC. It was a mini series. It was like a 6-part mini series, and one of the girls that played on China Grove, was that a show?
Yep.
China Beach?
China Beach.
China Beach, yeah.
One who
The hot girl with the brunette with the
yeah, quintessential.
She
was kind of like a Phoebe Cates knockoff.
Yes,
She
very
was,
much.
she was on that movie where it's some like hedonistic island, and I had such a big crush on her. And in that,
is that what he's talking about, Jules?
I don't know.
No. This one,
no.
It you guys can Google it. You'll probably find it on Wikipedia. It was directed by Oliver Stone. It was a 6-part miniseries, and they really did virtual reality before. Back when virtual reality, it was impossible. Like it was like super sci-fi, cyberpunk, and they just this person. It's literally like this person's a ballerina, and she's twirling around and just in cyberspace, and you could be anywhere in the world and have your manifestation of your avatar, and like it was sci-fi back then. Like literally, I could put on this $500 headset now, and I could do the same thing. But back in the day, like this was like mind-blowing, like the whole virtual reality and the cyberpunk thing. So that was what I got. I was very excited, and I'm gonna play some mini golf later. And I'm
going to recommend a book series to you real quick. If you haven't read it,
yes,
it's a series called Otherland.
Otherlands. Okay.
Yeah, Otherland, and it's kind of like William Gibson-ish.
Okay.
But it's super good.
Very nice.
I honestly think you would love it if you read. If you don't read, then don't.
I do read.
I think it's going to get adapted soon into a film. But it's called Otherland, and give it a shot. I think you'll love it. If you love that,
yes,
like cyberpunk sort of, and it's almost like the dystopia.
Oh yeah, that's my jam. Remind me after the show because I'm gonna forget it instantly.
I will do it. I'll send it to you.
But
let's play a track.
Let's play a track, and
Kalen wants to send this one out if you guys are all right.
Yeah.
Go for it, Kalen.
Absolutely.
Well, did you know French artist Jesse Mock has a new album on Future 80s Records called Time Gate? And this high-energy outrun track is called Turbo 303.
That was going to be our band name before Ron Kaiser.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was what? It wasn't going to be.
See, this is pre-me.
It was going to be Turbo 404, like 404 error.
Well, this is Turbo 303, and you are listening to it here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Jesse Mock with Turbo 303. Yes. What's a 303, David? I don't even know what
I don't know. I only know 404.
Wait, isn't that a
Bad gateway? I don't know.
I'm thinking of an 808 and a 909. There was a 303, wasn't there?
Well, no, because like Dennis and I are talking IT. So
yeah.
Oh,
A
like
three,
HTML,
a 300 is that's.
I know a 300 error is an internal server error.
Yes, that's.
What's a 303?
I know 503 is
Google it.
Maybe it's nothing.
Yeah.
503 is something you
A
don't want to
303
see.
error is a status code occurs when a page has been temporarily moved. As a result, the server can't connect to the requested resource.
Moved. Yes.
Instead, you'll be redirected to a new page.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's just a redirect.
Oh, it's a
I don't
redirect.
think that exists so much anymore now.
Oh wait, a
302.
30. Yeah. So a 301 is a permanent redirect. A 302 is
It
a
doesn't
temporary.
exist in schema-free databases now. So
Yeah.
someone just writes 707, and they're right. Might as well be.
Bunch of nerds we
There you
are.
go.
I tell you what, we have our very first guest coming up after this. We're going to play one more track because we love you guys and we need to have some more music here or else, I don't know, Spotify yells at us. Actually, Spotify yells when we play too much music, actually.
Yeah, look what they did to Karin.
They booted Karin off because
Wait, what happened to that? Tell us
played
about
too
it.
much
we
music.
were feeding all our shows to Spotify, so she had all her podcasts up on Spotify.
Yeah.
But because some of her episodes she doesn't have guests, so she just talks a little bit. She introduces each song. It's pretty much a playlist, and Spotify said, "Nope, this is not a podcast.
Right.
This is a playlist."
So what you got to do is you have to be really long-winded and talk
Yes.
like we do, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, bring it on," because you guys, you are a podcast because you guys never shut up. But I guess they didn't consider her a podcast, so we're very sad about
Really?
that.
Dennis, what,
Yeah.
what track are you gonna play? Because our next tracks are all Elon Dust.
I have electricity. Did you replace
L.
that or did I mess up?
Oh,
Oh,
N,
oh,
D, U, S, T. All right.
Actually, you know what?
No, play electricity. That's fine. Then you can play.
yes.
Anything else.
Hang on, Dennis. I'm gonna send
Jimmy's
you.
got songs.
I'm gonna put it in the drive.
Put it in the drive. All right, put it in the drive.
Elon, we're gonna play your Elon Dust song.
We have a bunch. We have 3 tracks by Elon Dust.
Yeah, let's play. If you want to play another track.
All right, we'll play another one. So are we nixing the Von Kaiser track?
No,
we
we'll put that one.
Forget those guys.
No, that
They're
was
losers.
Bunch of losers.
that one's between guests.
I gotcha. All right, so just
Okay,
tell me.
Here we go.
Tell me what to do.
We're like the credit card you use to open your hotel room when you're too drunk to use the key rig.
Access denied.
Access granted.
Access granted.
All right, Dennis, refresh that drive link. You should have
Oh dear Lord.
Elon Dusk's self-titled song.
All right, very good.
You don't mind if
Oh
we play
yes,
that,
I love
Elon,
this. All right, so. All right, let me go back to here, and it's called.
Speaker?
I can't. Hold on, I can't. Oh my God.
I can't stand losing. I can't.
I hear another cover coming.
It says. I
should do a sting.
The way that it's set up, you know how like you have like tabs, you can kind of move them over. I can't move it over to. It just says Elon Dust a Wednesday in October, and then this is 1.
I think it's like track 8.
Oh wait, I'm just gonna look at the time, the modified time. Duh, that's what smart people do. Last modified time is. It just says Mona Lisa Overdrive.
Refresh.
Refresh.
That.
And
That's not it.
that's not it. All right.
Track 7 on a Wednesday in October.
It's not. It's weird because it's not. Oh wait. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I did a hover and it showed up when I did a hover. So now I can read the track. We're not just doing this on the fly.
No,
Not us. We would never do
totally
that.
planned.
We would never ever just drop songs on the fly and.
By the way, a quick shout out to Egg Shen who joined us in the chat.
Missed it. A day late and an egg short.
Oh my God, that would have been so on
Egg
brand.
How often if their name was Fabergé?
Oh my
Egg Shen?
God.
Ooh.
All right, so we are going to do. So we're doing the Elon Dust, ELONDU. S10. All right. Right here on Night Ride FM. Here it is. And that was ELONDUST. That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Elon Dust. We'd like to welcome you to the show. What's going on, my friend?
Woo-hoo! Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I'm excited to chat with you guys.
Great to have you. Your album is amazing, by the way. Dennis discovered it.
I didn't discover it. Z actually discovered this.
Oh.
And he says...
So for those who don't know, Z is our overlord. He's the one who coded up the Night Ride website and stream and everything. He just, in his spare time down in Tasmania, he just creates things.
Every now and then, Z will just hand me he's like, you got to listen to this album. And he, pulls it off of submissions and everything like that. And he actually hit me with 2 in a row. I forget what we played it a couple weeks back, Jules. It was like a pairing of 2 artists. I forget the name of the one artist you knew, and it's besides the point. He threw me this album, and
thank you for
it
making
was remember when we played that song 3 weeks back? Yeah, no, it's I'm definitely rambling, but I was like just totally all in on this album, and I just want to know, like, where the hell did you come from, man? Like, you just came out of the blue, like no social media, like usually like when a synth artist comes onto the scene, they explode in with like 1,000 posts before they even mention they have an album, and it's like you just came out, like just landed in our inbox, and we were like, holy shit. And I know that this isn't your first time around producing, you know, it's definitely, you definitely have the chops, the producing chops and everything like that. So you just kind of, from what I gather, this is kind of like your foray into the genre. And
yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been making and releasing music since about 2010, but you know, it was more pop, EDM, and it wasn't really synthwave. And so when I really decided I wanted to pursue the synthwave genre, it was like an image reset, and I wanted to keep it a little more mysterious. So instead of trying to hype up, you know, music nobody's heard from me, I was like, you know what, let me just put out the album straight and kind of see what happens from there. You know, I haven't really pushed it too hard yet, but yeah, I sent it to you guys, and you guys have said such nice things about it, so I'm really excited to really share it with people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I got you're an LA artist. You mentioned you're in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Right now, so like hanging out with Magic Sword, I guess.
Yeah, it's his hometown. That's right.
That's what you do when you're in Boise. You hang out with Magic Sword.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what that is. Who's Magic Sword? I haven't heard
Oh,
of
they're a
that.
big synthwave act.
Oh, are they really?
They're one of the better ones, and I think
Oops.
like you'd be surprised what came out of Boise.
And that's
Interesting.
I think that's my point. I think the fact that you're like at this like moment of discovery where you're like, oh, this is kind of a cool thing to do, and man, you're about to fall into a rabbit hole, because
Yes.
this rabbit hole goes
Next,
deep.
you want to move to Grand Rapids? Let me tell you about this band. Grand
Oh,
Rapids.
boy.
These guys, man,
Stay away.
Von Kaiser.
Well,
You know where the zombie apocalypse starts. You know, like when
Yeah.
somebody gets bitten, they're like, that's the area where it
That's it.
started. Like,
Yeah, that's
somebody's
Grand Rapids.
brothers were like somebody who was related got married, and that's where the zombie virus starts. Grand Rapids,
So,
Michigan.
how did you find out about synthwave? Like, what was the first thing that brought you in, or did you just sort of stumble upon it and just be like, "This is a cool vibe"? Like, what was the catalyst that got you in?
Yeah, I've been a fan since I got into electronic music. I don't know if you'd consider Daft Punk really synthwave, but it's somewhere in that genre, I would say.
It laid the
It's
foundation.
the
I think.
original
Yeah.
disco.
Well,
You
Yeah.
know?
It's the French
Yeah.
house, the French touch. So
Yeah.
that would lead you to Kavinsky.
Exactly. Yeah, Justice too.
Yes,
I
exactly.
mean, they're great. So but the problem was, you know, when I went to college, I kind of shied away from it, and I was listening to what was popular. All my friends wanted me to make stuff that you could play at parties and stuff. So that's when I shifted away from those interests. But after a while, I just found my way back kind of naturally.
You have a proper synthwave name, Elon Dusk. You always gotta play. You gotta, just like Com Truise, and you gotta play.
Exactly.
You gotta play on the name.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you're not synthwave.
exactly.
Now, tell me about Bash Energy Institute.
I had a feeling you guys were going to ask about that. So I think my big thing with music is I like making it bigger than just the music itself. I think Daft Punk did it really well. They made this whole image of them being robots. They're so mysterious. You see them live, and they're in this pyramid. And so I think I wanted to create something that can immerse the fans a little bit more than just the beginning and end of a song.
Mm-hmm.
So the Institute is kind of what I created, and it's inspired from those dystopian 80s kind of movies and shows like They Live, and Halloween 3 has it a little bit. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie.
Oh yeah.
Is that the one with the TV? Like
Exactly.
it's like the non-Jason or non.
Yeah, it's like that weird side one.
Yeah.
But just the idea of like a dystopian institution and me kind of working for it, and their whole gig is, you know, they're harnessing the energy you create when you dance, and they use that energy to power the cities and the appliances and all that stuff. So it's just a fun, immersive thing I kind of thought up.
It's a nicer Matrix, really.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of using people as batteries, you're using like the energy from
exactly.
people. I think it's a little bit more humane.
Let's hear another track. We've heard one. Let's hear another one.
Yes, let's do it.
There's so many on this, but so we'll play 4 tonight. But folks, I'm gonna put the links in the chats because folks gotta get this album.
Gotta get this album, man.
Yeah. Oh, actually, let's. Okay, I'll say it in the lead into this song. But from the album A Wednesday in October, which was released, the 25th. Wednesday in October this year.
Beautiful.
This is Elon Dust with Seeker right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Seeker by Elon Dust. And
Dust.
I love all the tracks on this album. I don't know what it is,
Thank
but
you.
So I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Coming back, Dennis, I'm gonna ask this.
Oh God. What
By the way,
kind of doll
a quick shout out
use?
to another Aussie in the chat, Dave 808 Turner, who has joined us.
Hey.
He's
And
enjoying no power for the Christmas holiday. And
poor guy.
Yeah, poor indeed.
Oh no.
Yeah,
power.
it's a terrible situation.
Mr. Dust.
Yes.
Yeah, what's your DAW of choice when you're producing?
There it is.
I use FL Studio.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just
Write it
making
down.
note of that.
Shots fired.
Is that a bad thing?
No. I take notes of all, because one day there's going to be a DAW war, right? And I just want to know who's on what side.
Yeah,
that happened already in the early 2000s. I think we're beyond that.
Yeah, it's still going on. I still see people complaining about it.
Oh, if you go in any groups of production, people are like, well, you got to use this because it has this color-coded window and like this way
Exactly.
spray anything. Like, ugh.
So you've been at this since 2010?
Yeah.
And so
Did you come from an EDM or a house
I
production?
did.
Because you had that vibe to you.
Yeah, I think deadmau5 was like the biggest influence early on for that. And then, heavy EDM for a long time. And then I started doing it professionally. So that's when I got into pop and stuff.
Nice.
But the synthwave thing has been around as far as like me being a fan of it. And that's why I'm super happy that I finally went all in for the production of it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Do you do what most people do? Do you go fishing around for some good VSTs for your DAW that have like some retro wave, synth wave?
Yeah, exactly. I think I got the Roland, just did a new one, like the cloud-based one. And then Arturia has a ton that I love.
Didn't Arturia come out with like Arturia
some good stuff.
10 or something now?
Yeah, so I went all in once I decided I was going that retro feel. So yeah, all the sounds you hear are basically from those two VSTs.
Do you ever sit around in front of your DAW while you're working, going through like snare sounds?
Like,
Let's go.
Yeah, every day, man.
That's pretty fun, right? That's the thing that people don't know about, like behind the scenes, like just going goo goo goo, or like kick drums, like
I know, it's the worst.
It's the worst.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You know.
Of course you do, because you might find a gem in that needle in the haystack, and you're like, that's
exactly.
the one. Or you might find two to merge together that are great.
Yeah, I mean it's very satisfying once you find something special.
Nothing more, honestly. Like I can play many instruments, but nothing's better than just like finding the thing that clicks together for that drum track.
Exactly.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you too, because your music isn't all instrumental, you also have vocals. Is that your vocals on the track?
No, so you guys are either gonna love this or hate this, but the vocal performances are actually done by AI vocals.
I was gonna ask that actually.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's a program.
I thought they were samples, like because like Morgan Willis likes to buy samples, and other people like to buy vocal samples.
Yeah,
and
we
just stick them in their songs.
We're not purists.
Yeah.
AI really.
Yeah, so I wrote like all the vocals, or I mean the lyrics and the vocal melody, and I even sang the kind of demo scratch vocal, but I fed it through. I think it's a Japanese program. It's called Ace Studio.
Is it like vocal? What is it? A Vocaloid? No.
Yeah, it's kind of like in that realm,
but not Chipmunky or.
No, but that was a problem. You know, some phrases were, so you have to go in and edit it manually, and it's a pain to try to get it to sound somewhat real. But I think since you know that, I'm sure you can kind of hear it now a little bit. It kind of comes through sometimes, but I'm still happy with how it sounds.
It did have a very unique sound. Almost, I couldn't really pin it. I guess now that I'm gonna have to like listen to it over again.
I know now.
Because
let's play all these songs over again.
Like let's start the show over again. But no, so like that's really cool though. Like, and a lot of people, and to hell with them. Everyone knocks AI. We talk about AI every so often. I know we had a big discussion about AI with Starcadian, and if you could do it to enhance what you're doing, I'm all for it. You know?
Yeah, it should be treated as like no different than Photoshop or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you're talking about stealing jorbs away because, you know, such and such doesn't have a jorb anymore, and like I get it. I get it, but also too, like using something like that, it's to me it's no different than taking a weird funky snare and putting it through some kind of randomizer and just hoping a cool sound comes out, you know? And
exactly.
It's different if you load up the AI and say like I want these vocals sang like David and Kaylin would from Von Kaiser,
right?
And it spits out the identical thing.
And then David and Kaylin are without a job because they can't sing.
That's naughty.
Yeah, definitely.
Goat sample is on.
Now,
you just like typed into GP chat like I wanted to say this. And
no, so I sang it myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it just kind of it did the performance of what I sang. But I'm a horrible singer, so it definitely sounds much better than I did.
So the female vocals too. Did you just say they'll do the same thing in a
Yeah, so I would just have to basically raise my pitch up a lot so it could read it kind of in the proper pitch for the females.
Yeah, I felt like it really smoothed out the words for the female vocals as opposed to the male vocals. Like you could hear, and that's what first got me thinking that it might be AI vocals.
Oh, you
Yeah.
spotted it?
Yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, that's cool.
I had no idea, man. Honestly, I didn't think that at all.
I didn't suspect it for the male vocals. I thought that might have been you singing, and then you come on and are talking, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is
Yeah,
a
that
totally
was not my
different number of a voice. So yeah.
But the performance was similar, right?
Caitlin and her smarts. Jesus.
Kaylin is smart. How smart are you, Kaylin?
I'm smarter than an average 5th grader.
At least. Well, right now she means.
Yeah.
Right.
Because she's had a half a case of Corona.
Oh, that'll do it.
Christmas here still. Like Christmas in Grand Rapids lasts until February 10th.
Yeah. Speaking of now, Elon, do you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or?
I do, yeah, Christmas.
Okay. Did you have Santa Claus visit your house? And if so, what was the nicest thing that Santa put underneath your tree
In Boise.
in Boise?
Yeah, I got an Apple Watch finally.
Oh,
So yeah,
thought they
that's a
yanked
nice
that.
thing.
I thought they yanked it off. Oh, you could still get it from Best
Did
Buy and
they?
stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe I got that's interesting. I think I heard about that
Yeah,
yesterday.
the U.S. Federal Trade or something banned the sale of the Apple
Damn.
Watch.
What?
Because of some
No
dumb
way.
reason, and then they flipped their decision just yesterday. But
There's
apparently,
no way.
So Apple couldn't sell it, nor could you get it off Amazon, but you could get it at Best. No, you could get it on Amazon and Best Buy, but not from Apple Direct.
That's
It's on.
bonkers.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got a TicWatch Pro for my birthday, so.
Hick watch?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it just like a regular Seiko
Like,
or?
5 o'clock it goes, 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, I need that watch.
No, it's a TicWatch. T-I-C. How do you spell
What
it?
is that?
Tick
Is that
watch.
just like
It's
it's like
just
a
a-
variation of the
it's a
Apple
brand.
Watch style smartwatch?
No, it's a variation of the Samsung Galaxy and a variation of the Pixel. In fact, it's better
Oh, it's a
than
phone.
it's a watch.
Oh, it's a
the
watch.
Galaxy
I'm
Watch
telling you guys
whatever
get a
crap.
Fitbit, all of you, because a Fitbit on a full charge lasts 5 days.
You
You,
know-
don't have to charge it every night.
You
And it's
guys
got
gotta get a-
display with animations.
You guys
It
get
can
a
control
straight up
Spotify.
Casio.
But it tells you to work out and stuff. I don't want that.
I know.
Yeah.
This one bugs me all the time. It's like you got 15
You
steps.
should
left.
get up. You should get up. You should get up. Like,
should
look,
have been
I'm
on.
not going to beat this game that's 250 hours if I don't sit on my butt and play it. Like,
Right.
I don't want to get up and walk around, all right? Like, I'm trying to finish Cyberpunk 2077
Oh,
before 2077.
Okay, Elon,
You know?
do you play games? Are you a gamer?
Yeah, my friend just started playing Cyberpunk, and he was trying to convince me to play it, so I probably am.
It's-
I'm
it's
probably
a
gonna
So,
play that.
I got to say, they've really fixed all this stuff.
Yeah, I heard such bad things when it first came out.
It's
I
so
mean,
good.
I played Starfield, and now playing 2077, it's just like, I can't even believe
I can't
invested
stop
so much
playing
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
I just stopped playing it.
I
But
bought
that's
it on the
the thing.
computer and then I bought it on the Xbox. So I'm playing it on like 2 platforms. I beat it in 2 platforms. Now I'm like,
Wait, you beat Cyberpunk on 2 platforms?
yeah, 2 platforms. And I'm like, right now I'm digging into the DLC. But I tell you what, right now, Alan Wake 2 is where it's at.
Wait, is that out?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy!
It's-
Find the lady of the light. I love that game.
Didn't the
I
guy
love the
that-
first one.
It's
the guy who did
bonkers.
the voice of Alan Wake passed away.
He did?
Yeah, it was on the news 2 days ago.
Oh, that's terrible.
All my video game voicers are dying. Like the guy who was Silence in Horizon
Lance Riddick.
passed away.
Yeah.
We're getting old.
Everyone's
Hey,
leaving.
folks, let's talk about the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer.
Yes. And
Ooh.
when
Any
are
of
we
you
going to
ever been to
get
Florida?
Night Ride FM?
I've
is
never
gonna
been
have
to
a
Florida.
station.
I've never been with any of you in Florida.
No, none of
either.
us were in Florida together.
Ever. Never.
No, never. Elon, you've been to Florida, right?
I think only Disney World. That's
Okay.
about it. That's about
That's
it.
enough, because what we saw in the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer is pretty much Florida in a nutshell.
Right. Yeah. A couple alligators and
They
guys with
nailed it.
tattoos. And I really want to get, if anybody out there anybody out there knows how to like do like mods and stuff like that, like if you can hook up with us in our Discord, we want you to build Night Ride FM as a mod and put it into Grand Theft Auto 6, and we're gonna not be able to pay you, but we will give you our thanks.
Amazing.
You'll give him a mention on the show.
We'll give you a mention,
Worth
and
weight in gold.
You could even mention them several times.
we will mention, several times we will mention you, and you'll be like a hero because you're going to be the guy to bring in, or girl, Night Ride FM into
Hold on. I have to ask Elon, what is it that you play, man? What are you playing?
Well, my friends, see, when I was in college, Fortnite was the big thing.
Shooters.
And so once they did the OG Fortnite, that was the big craze. You know, me and all my friends hopped back on. So we've been playing that for like a couple weeks now.
Fortnite's like crack. It's like a crack game.
Yeah.
And it's got a super low entry requirement.
Yeah, it's fun just to chat with your buddies, you know, and just kind of hang out.
Yeah,
That's cool.
They have like
That's
whole
weird.
ecosystems now in Fortnite. It's like they do concerts, they do like different games now. They have like racing games. It's like
Yeah, we tried that.
It's its own little microcosm of a platform. It's just out of this world. So cool. That's actually we played before it was the what did they call it now? The you know when you got the battle royale. We played the original one where it was just
pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. Like it was like
but that's when it changed.
The game like pivoted like completely.
They had to because everybody was at home playing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And they're like, we're gonna make this battle royale, but like before it was just like you're gonna fortify your fort for zombies that are gonna come, and we're like, yeah, this is kind of fun, but it's kind of boring too. And then they built the battle royale, and then it just blew up. But we didn't catch on to the battle royale part, and we just kind of moved on. But I know a lot of people that play the hell out of that game.
Oh my god, Distarian's reminding us there's a Lego Fortnite.
Yeah,
I haven't tried that.
That community's mega.
Lego.
My brother's been trying to get me to play Fortnite, but I'm too obsessed with Diablo 4.
Yeah,
oh my god, yes.
Honestly, we just go on there sometimes and just kill stuff to talk about our like.
Diablo is great because you can just turn your brain off, right? And
that's exactly it. We're just murdering stuff.
And yeah.
So Kaylin was like.
Although I just spend a lot of time at the jeweler because I like to upgrade all of my crystals.
It's real bad, honestly.
David, he's like, "Come on, hurry up!"
No, it's no joke. Like I'll be like, "You got to get done at the blacksmith." She's like, "I got to look at all these 30 items I picked up. Each one has a different attribute, and I could use that attribute, and I could then make better armor." And I'm just like, "Why don't you get on 2 to 4 hours before we're gonna play, and do your upgrades, and then
I've got like an unlimited supply
it's
of gold
ridiculous.
now, so I just like blow it on everything. I like upgrade all of my different items and not even use them. I'll just be like, I'll max them out to the max, and then just like, I guess I'll just toss this at the black.
But like we get all our concepts while we're playing there because we'll be like. Some dialogue will happen and she'll be like, "Save my son from demons," which is always like that's what's
oh my god, that could be a song.
You know what? We should write a song about saving our sons from demons. And then she'll bring me back to reality.
Kaiser puts out a dark synth album.
No.
Yeah, like like maybe a little Carpenter, in there. Who knows? Anyway,
I love it. All right, so we're going to. What are we going to do now?
Let's play a track.
We can play a track.
Dust track.
We have 2 more tracks, right? We have 2 more, and then we're right on schedule. We do have VHS Celebs coming up at the top of the hour, and those guys are bonkers too. It's just so much good music out this year. I don't know what it is. Like I feel like I had a really hard time like going through and just trying to figure out my favorite albums of the year. Like this the Elon Dust is like definitely on my list. VHS Celebs are just like amazing. Like they're not only like music, they're like videos too, which is like crazy.
Let's not forget all the gunships and the Bunny X's.
The gunship,
and
Bunny
Yoda
X, and Elevate the Sky, and Yoda, and it's just insane. Von Kaiser didn't have an album.
No, not this year.
Not this year. I was trying to think if you had an album in May, but this is your layover.
We didn't because we released the last album November 4 of 2022. So we were kind of 6 months behind. We're trying to figure out what we were going to do.
Right before May 4th, you were stuck somewhere in Florida, so...
Yeah,
Like,
so that would have been a little
done.
difficult. I mean, we could have released, but we didn't really have enough going on. And we were just kind of trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Right.
And so we didn't really decide that until like last month. So we do plan on releasing something this next May the 4th. Probably not a full album, maybe, but probably not. Maybe I think we're just gonna try and do some singles first and see how that goes. And yeah,
Elon, if you don't, Von Kaiser historically they typically release albums or EPs. Well, albums on May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Oh, okay.
May the 4th be with you.
That's
there's
cool.
Star Wars fans, and then there was always like an EP sometime in August. I
August
believe,
30th or
October.
31st or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep. End of
nice.
August.
Now, Elon, are you seeking a second album? Is this like going to be a universe that you're going to play around with?
I think so.
Are you
I
here
think
to
I'm going
stay,
to wait
man?
probably just a year or two, probably just to kind of produce in the shadows a little bit and
don't be
focus
that
on.
don't be that artist that puts an album out every 2 weeks. I can't keep up with that stuff.
I'll be putting out stuff though, like singles and stuff. I'm definitely going to be releasing songs, but
That's fine.
I want to make sure the next album, because I love this first one, so I want to make sure it's even better the second time.
I love it. I love the album cover. It's not really the thing I like about it is it's very synthwavy, but like the imagery, it reminds me more of what is that? Like a low tech.
Yeah.
What's the aesthetic? What was the aesthetic?
I mean,
It's retro. It's like
it's
the camera you'd have in the 80s when you were at a TV store.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
it's basically that
different.
low quality vintage 80s and almost like 50s kind of aesthetic as well. I kind of like.
Yeah,
It's just that era of like the introduction of electronics, I think. That's what I really love.
Yes. So
50s wave.
what was there's a show on Amazon that was all right. So this is again me not knowing the names of things, but hopefully you guys can help me out. There's a whole series of these paintings, right? So it's like this everyday in the 60s and the 70s is like there's like a landscape and there's like this big ass crazy ass robot like just sitting in the middle of this like this cornfield, like, and it's like juxtaposition of
The short story.
yeah.
It's a short story.
What is that show? It reminds me of that, like that style. Like you have like the retro 60s and the 50s, almost like a Fallout type of thing. Like with
Exactly. Fallout's a really good comparison
futuristic.
for kind of the image I love.
Yes.
Oh, I love the aesthetic of Fallout's so great. This is
Yeah.
like the Apollo moon landing 60s style reach nuclear war and it went backwards, you know.
Dystopian.
The world ended, you know.
It was Dennis.
Exactly.
Tales from the Loop.
Tales from the Loop. Yes, that is it right there.
Anyway, let's
I
play a
love it.
song.
All right, let's do that.
All right, Mr. We've got another song from the album A Wednesday in October, and this is Elon Dust with Mirage right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Elon Dust with Mirage. I love the vocals on that.
By the way, yeah, AI vocals.
Thank you. Yeah.
My mind, like, wow.
And we were just talking about.
Got a shout out to Dragonweed who has joined us in the IRC
very
chat,
nice.
as well as Ouija.
Hey, Ouija.
Yeah.
Very good. We were talking about off air. We were talking about like AI, and we were talking about the actors being replaced by like AI and stuff like that. Like I get
but actors being extended by AI.
extended, right?
I think that's the trick. Like if a person's dead, like Carrie Fisher,
Right.
and you got to finish something up, I think it's totally fine, and they should sign a contract that says that their likeness should be used to finish,
or
like,
maybe
payment
toss
to
a
their
bone.
estate, or something.
If you're going to clone
Find the
like their
estate
likeness,
and
like
sign
throw a bone to their estate or something like that. Like
Let's think about it. You could have Sean Connery making Bond movies still.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be in the modern
We
world?
wouldn't have to put up with like Pierce Brosnan. Oh my god.
Actually, all right, I got to defend Pierce on that. I mean, like,
Oh,
come on.
how
GoldenEye?
Pierce Brosnan is
If he didn't
the
exist, that
hottest
N64 game would never have been.
007.
That's a great game.
come on.
I love that game.
Snipers only, golden guns. I mean,
All right.
So
All
good.
right. Point taken.
I would have had to do my homework otherwise.
all right.
All right.
So
Elon,
David
Elon.
had a couple questions.
Start a song. What's your? You're gonna write a bass line.
Mhm.
What are you opening first? What's your VST of choice or hard synth?
I
If you're
wish
so
I
bougie.
wish I had hard synths, but it's too expensive.
That's why I said if you're bougie and have
Yeah.
some of our
Well-
contemporaries have them.
Yeah, it used to be Serum for the longest time, but
I like
for
to see them.
for this album, I think it was in the Arturia one. It was like the Jupiter 8. I think they have a version of that.
Did you get like the like a classic of the classic keyboard
Yeah.
collection or something? Is that from one?
Yeah, I think so. I
Oh.
can't remember but it's basically just an emulation of the Jupiter 8 from
Yeah.
Roland, and those bass lines were like my go-to. I think.
That's such a good collection. Like the
Yeah.
Juno is in there, and then there's a like recreations of all of the what's the one, the Mellotron the Beatles used all the time. They have
Oh
that in
yeah,
there. And they have-
definitely.
What's the one the original one that used the computer monitor that you loaded discs into? I'm like drawing a blank on it. It's like
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking.
you know what I'm
about.
talking about?
Yeah, I definitely do.
If we had Brother Tiger here, he'd know.
Oh, if I hadn't had so many Corona, I'd probably remember it. But it's like that thing, that computer thing. The
old
Yeah,
original.
those are
Corona
so much
memory
fun to
wipe.
play around with. All those VSTs are great.
So what's your okay? I don't want to no trade secrets, but like you're gonna use what's your EQ plugin? What are you using for that?
I use just the stock one on FL Studio.
Brave.
It's just
I
what
love
I.
it.
I mean, it's what I've known forever, so it's been working. So why change it?
Oh, that's sweet. In fact, I think that the doll wars now are only fought over what plugins or intrinsic thing
Yes.
comes with it.
Yeah,
Because, well, I mean, like the draw to use like for instance, Cubase came out with a new version, and they emulated all of the API stuff that like Universal Audio charges thousands of dollars for, and they wrote their own version, and it's I guess really good. Like a lot of people have been reviewing it, and it's super great. And it just is built into the new version of the DAW.
damn.
So it's kind of like, we use like the PreSonus Studio One library, and that came with gigs of free
Wow.
stuff, and some of it's good, some of it's complete crap,
Yeah.
but like some of it is actually super good. And like I think that's how the doll war will be fought, is like what built-in added content they'll give you,
Yeah,
how much
I
they
think
can
you're
emulate the user interface that you like,
yeah. FL Studio I haven't played around with it, but they released some new sample program that's built into FL Studio now, and it's supposed to rival like Splice to get your sample packs and stuff. So apparently FL Studio is trying to get into the sample game now.
I know artists like Essinger. They like to use the built-in vocoder in Ableton.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
use a special VST.
It's straight up stock.
Yeah, straight up stock vocoder
Yeah.
in Ableton.
So
And
the
look at
vocoder in
results.
Ableton's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
that's what Essinger uses.
That's what
like,
Essinger
that's
uses.
his signature
I'd like,
sound.
yeah, I'd like to know what Daft Punk used, like back in the day, for like
yeah.
around the world or whatever. I bet it was a hardware one.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Those guys.
That's the sound I've always been trying to recreate, and that's why I never put anything out with vocoder on it. I just want that sound, and until I find it, we have the Waves one, and it's like okay, and I bought several other ones, and they're all right, but they kind of.
Essinger's got YouTube tutorials on using the built-in one. He's got like little podcasts of him mucking about with it.
That's amazing.
And that's the thing that sucks. Like I some of these DAWs invent plugins that are super cool, but if you're not a user of that DAW, it's not like I can just like buy that standalone VST and then put it in my own. Like I wish it could be that way, but yeah, I mean, sadly,
take modules out of
because there's
and put them into another.
Well, like there's synths that are super good in FL, or like there's synths that are super good in like Studio One, and there's synths that are good even that come in Pro Tools built in. And like you can't use any of that stuff. There's a strings like a disco strings that comes with Pro Tools that I wish I could have, but I'm not gonna pay $2,000 to have Pro Tools to have that, you know. So anyway,
can't you just get someone else with Pro Tools to just sample them all out?
Well, that's a good point, and like
that is a good point.
Yeah. I mean, but then they go to prison for copyright infringement or whatever.
That's illegal.
That's illegal. What you're suggesting, Julian? Maybe it's okay in Canada.
Damn.
Me and my trial version of Ableton.
Here in the U.S., we have to quote pay for things that we use.
Oh my god!
Not in Canada, the government buys it for us.
That's true. And I know Finland, they just give you a keyboard at birth.
Finland, you're born with it.
I can't believe you brought up Finland.
I know I got Finland on the mind because Alan Wake, like no spoilers, but like they have this one character. In fact, it's in control.
Spoiler then.
Well, no.
He's a character that has to do with Finland.
It's
Spoiler.
a character that it basically extends and transcends across all the games. It's this janitor, and he's from Finland. And it's like the thing I like about those type of games are so heavily influenced by Twin Peaks, which is like my jam, you know, that I just love the way that they build these oddball characters. And of course they got to be from Finland because they're oddballs, you know, and I can say that because I'm good friends with Turbo Knight. So all right, so let's play a track real quick. I know we got to get things moving along. We do have our next guest coming up very, very soon, but let's go ahead and set this last song by Elon Dust. And who wants to give this one the honors here? Because I can't read any of this.
Well, hold on. All right, so we played Mirage, we played Seeker, we played Mirage, we played Awaken.
No, we haven't played Awaken.
We haven't played Awaken.
Is that what we're playing?
Yeah, spoilers. Speaking of spoilers.
All right, well, derp. This is Awaken by Elon Dust.
Right
How's
here
that?
on Night Ride FM.
On Night Ride FM.
Oh, God. What was that?
It's Brad Ritz. I'm telling you.
That was Awakened by Elon Dust. And we're back.
We're back. All right, Elon. So you mentioned you might have tunes coming out, maybe some singles in the coming year.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do an EP this summer, and that's probably gonna be more just like straight dance tunes, kind of like club kind of stuff. Because I still love that music, the more EDM centered stuff, but it's still gonna have that synthwave touch to it.
Oh, I like those hybrids.
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be a hybrid of both, I think.
Nice. You should get to work with. Check out Essinger, because he does like a lot of like EDM. It's like EDM meets like emo meets synthwave. It's crazy.
Well,
Okay.
Me listen to his earlier stuff because he's veered off this year away from synthwave.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But he's a good example of, well, actually he can sing, but there's a lot of artists out there, if they don't have the vocal chops, if you can get your vocoder going really well, you're a superstar.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, your socials, obviously we can find your music on Spotify.
Yeah.
You can find it at elonmuskmusic.bandcamp.com, or is it Elon?
Yeah, Elon Dust Music. Elon Musk
Dust.
owns Tesla, yeah.
Right. Don't go there. Okay, we want to go to elondust.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
And of course, your website, bashenergyinstitute.com.
I love that name.
Yeah, you got all your links there.
All the links are there, yeah, correct.
And am I missing anything?
No, I mean, if you search Elon Dust on any social, it'll probably be the only thing that pops up.
Except for
Amen.
Facebook.
Yeah, except for Facebook, that's true.
I was looking,
I stopped Facebook, I think. Yeah, I mean, I never go on it. I don't know why.
You're on Instagram, you're on Twitter.
Yeah, like all the main ones.
Are you on Threads?
I think I am. I think I signed up for that.
If you're Instagram, you're Threads. You might have to activate it, and poof.
Yeah, I'm going to be more active on my socials soon. I'm just trying to make a lot of content, to post. So that'll be coming.
That's always the hard thing, like just finding content. And
I know.
Like, who's got time to post all? Like, everything is video now. I can't do all that stuff. I just can't. Maybe that's why I haven't migrated really fully over to Instagram. It's just such a headache. Like, I'm like, I gotta come up with a video, and I gotta come up with the GIFs and the animation.
Choosy mothers choose GIFs.
Choosy mothers choose GIFs.
Choose GIFs. So amazing stuff. Thank you so much for being on the show, Mr. Elon Dust.
Thank you for having me.
One last question. Do you have any plans in the future of maybe playing live?
I would love to.
Actually.
Yeah, I think, this upcoming month I'm going to prepare my live set. Nobody really asked me to play anywhere yet, but I'm excited to kind of prepare a set and then maybe try to play a show in Boise in the time being. Yeah. But I think LA, I'll try to book something.
Sweet.
Hey, you never know. If Magic Sword does some shows in Boise, they might need an opener.
They might need an opener.
That would be cool. Yeah, that'd be great.
If you're into wearing a disguise, it will definitely work.
Oh yeah. when you see how they dress, you'll understand.
Yeah, I gotta check them out.
I wish that we had started with a disguise.
Yeah, I want a disguise now. I mean, we're basically in a disguise with our braces. We're Von Braces.
Yeah.
That's true.
Von Braces.
Yeah.
Elon, man, good luck to you out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Honestly, good work.
Thank you very much.
On a freshman effort, that's pretty good
I
production.
appreciate it.
elondust.bandcamp.com. The album is called The Wednesday in October. Go snap it up.
Snap it up, Bandcamp style, and all that good stuff. Load it up on your Spotify and all
like
that.
you disgusting people eat deviled eggs. Snap it up like deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Slurp it up. That's it.
Thanks, Elon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Take care.
All right.
You too.
So we have, I know we have our next guest coming up. We should probably play a track real quick, but I don't know. Let's just do a little potluck here. Let's take some requests maybe, or find out what the Kaisers want to play, because I think I kicked it over to the Mr. Von Kaisers. Mr. Von Kaisers? That doesn't make any sense.
Mr. Von
I believe
Kaisers.
it's Mrs. and Mr.
Mr. and Mrs. Kaiser, and you guys did not give me a song to play, so I want to know right up right on the fly, you got to throw me a song that I can play. Super awesome, dope synthwave song that I can play while we wait for our guest to arrive.
I hold on. I think I would like to offer something.
And I hope I have it. Otherwise, Jules is going to have to hand it to me.
Can we play Greyhounds by Dimmy K?
I think I have everything he's ever written. But
as one guitar player to another,
I do.
I have to say that I mean, it's obviously one of his most played songs, but it's a good tune. I think it's a well done.
Very good.
A well done thing.
It's a well done thing, like a steak that you don't want to eat, but you can appreciate from across the room.
I don't like well done meat.
I think you do, actually.
No.
God, where? I don't even want to know where that's going. Let's just introduce.
I think you know exactly where it's going.
Going.
Did you want to squeeze into the small hole next to me?
I'd like to
here we go with the holes.
All right. Before you do, set up the song. Who's gonna?
All right, I'll set it up.
All right.
This song is called Greyhounds by Dimmy K.
There it is.
On Night Ride FM.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Dimmy K with Greyhounds, as requested by David from Von Kaiser.
What a tune, what a tune.
What a tune.
Very good, very good. All right, so we are here. We are about to bring on our next guest. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you 60 Hertz from VHS Celebs.
What up? So stoked to be here.
Welcome. So you were on Karin's show, you and Believe.
Yes.
Of course, that was before your album launched.
That's right.
Which, yeah, your album dropped on the 25th, Christmas Day, right?
Merry Christmas to us all. Yes,
Exactly.
our debut album just came out on the 25th.
And it is called
Multiplex.
Multiplex. I love that. The whole concept. Like, you guys are very visceral with everything that you do. I think Multiplex is kind of like it's a very visceral type of a name for an album. Like Multiplex, I think of like a drive-in. Like it's like movies and blockbustery kind of vibe. And is that kind of like what you were going when you thought of the album name? Because I know you have videos that go along with your music as well, right?
Totally, man. We really the goal for this project. The goal for this and thank you. The goal for this project was to make a concept album, and it took a little bit of time for the focus to kind of hone in. But if I can, I'll share a quick story about how the album title came to be.
Yeah,
please do.
We are very inspired by 80s music. We're very inspired by contemporary dance music. We wanted to kind of fuse those two things together in our own way. And as you guys know, we sort of like to pay homage to our favorite 80s movies with the music videos that we have associated with the songs. And so as this sort of idea of the album came into focus, we thought the coolest idea would be like, we are two disgruntled employees at an old retro movie theater. And the initial concept was like, I've got a cigarette dangling out of my mouth working behind the concession stands. We don't want to be there, but that's our job. And we have bigger dreams, and we go into a theater and fall asleep, and then we're dreaming of ourselves starring in these different 80s movies. That was the initial concept. Fast forward, later on in this year, and we do a photo shoot for the album artwork with our very close friend Will Foster, amazing photographer. Shout out Rock Candy Photo. And we were finished with the photo shoot inside of a theater that I rented out for the day in my hometown here in Cleveland, Ohio, where I grew up. We're driving around doing errands, and by chance we just happened to pass this old dilapidated mall. I think it's actually called Severance here in Ohio by Cleveland Heights, Shaker Heights area. And we were like, whoa, what was that? And we pull over, go up to it, and had a couple of outfits that we'd been using in the back of Believe's car. We pull out, we get his drone out, we do some drone photography, and that ended up being the album art cover shot that we have of this old theater. And we sat in the car, and the only word that was left on that whole building was Multiplex. And we were like, I remember the moment we were both looking at each other in the car, and we're like, holy shit, we're going to call this album Multiplex. And each one of the theaters inside is going to be featuring one of our songs, and then these corresponding music videos that we're doing. And it kind of just all clicked and kind of came together, and it was this total universe speaking to us moment. It was great.
Wow.
I love when a plan comes together like that.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Pretty
It's just
cool.
like a click, and you're like, we were meant to be here at this moment in this time.
Now, I put the link to rockcandyphoto.com in the chats for folks to go head over there. Now, I noticed the album art for your singles. You're all over. You got a little bit of Vice City in there.
Yeah.
You've got, what is it, like Big Mistake, the mullet. Come on.
That's my favorite. I think that's my absolute all-time favorite. But I like all the different genres.
It's one of the best wigs that I've worn. We definitely in our videos don't want to take ourselves too seriously, and we've enjoyed each one being like, well, what different kind of crazy wig can we put on for this one? And yeah, that one's a direct sort of homage to 48 Hours, which was Eddie Murphy's movie,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
with Nick Nolte. So
Right.
I was just going for disgruntled.
It was either a Lethal Weapon or 48 Hours. Like I didn't know which one you were going with in the video.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, do you have one for every single song that you have, or how many videos do you have for your music? Because I know you have a lot, right?
Yeah, we do. We spent a lot of this year sort of investing in the time that we could get together to try to shoot a video for each song. We are proud to sort of announce that if anybody is looking to purchase the album, they can go to our website, vhscelebs.com. And part of the digital download that you'll receive for purchasing the limited edition deluxe vinyl that we are pressing, is that you will get a video for every one of the songs. So we have about 6 of the songs that were released through our distribution label Retro Reverb Records on their YouTube page. But we've also created 2 brand new AI generated videos for our opening track and our closing track, opening credits and end credits, to kind of tie along to the movie experience vibe.
Nice.
Yeah.
So open. That's an AI. Oh wow. Once again, AI. I mean,
More
I know how good
AI.
AI is, but this is.
It's
I'm looking at the
uncanny.
video right now, and it's.
It is uncanny. It's
Yeah.
an amazing experience. We were just talking about with Elon Dust, our previous guest who was on the last hour. He used AI voice, and you couldn't even tell. It was like it's mind-boggling
In his songs,
the amount of. And we were trying to defend it to the degree of, if it's something that you're doing to enhance what you're doing, like that's always my thing, because I will be straight up honest. The State of Synth has used AI multiple times, and most of the time you never even knew that it was AI. But we had sometimes entire skits that were just drawn up by AI, because like as a curator, you're not only like a creator, you're also a curator as well. But it's not like all the things are going to stop because we're having some machine do it. It's just there to enhance what we do and make what we do better, so we can have time to put towards other things. And and it's also great for brainstorming. So anyone that
man, I think it's an incredible
if you
tool.
don't
To
like
be
it.
honest, I'm just beginning to scratch the surface in using it and discovering it.
It's
in
bonkers.
kind of all aspects of things. Really can enhance efficiency. Really can help brainstorm in terms of video editing and how you put in prompts. We use Runway, and we've tested out Filmora a little bit as programs in collaboration with our good friend Chris Pilcher, who's really helped us and does a lot of interactive art at Underground Atlanta in that scene. And he helped us make these 2 videos that are just amazing, I think. But in terms of music production, I mean, I use Fader, FADR, which is an easy way to download stems from a track that you upload there. It's not perfect, but it's a easy tool to use. One of my favorite software companies, Output Sounds, has just released this sort of AI generative tool
I saw that. I love their arcade bit.
Oh, arcade's the best. Yeah, I think it could use some work. It's not fantastic.
Of course, yeah.
I love them, and I pretty much have bought and owned everything that they put out. So
Same.
Happy to see that they're in the game.
Yeah.
Now,
it's good.
Your band name. I know I was listening in on Karin's show, VHS Celebs. Can you remind we've got some different listeners, but can you remind us where you got the band name from? I think it was originally going to be a song title, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I produce the music. Believe is my writing partner and the other half of VHS Celebs, and I usually send him the tracks. He writes and records to them, sends it back, and then we kind of go from there, working collaboratively.
He does
on
the vocals, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I often try to come up with some sort of sonic template and an idea that I have and a vibe on what I'm inspired by, and I'll just sort of write a quick track title. And I think one of the early track titles that I sent to him, it was actually a slower like 80s love song kind of track, and I titled it VHS Celebs, and then it just sort of stuck.
It's a cool vibe, and I like how it fits in with everything. Like this entire album, it just fits together, like every little aesthetic of it.
The aesthetic, everything.
The
about
aesthetic,
it.
the track name, the album name, the imagery, the videos, it all just kind of fits together, and I think that's really, really cool. That you're like, I don't know why I said cool.
Cool.
I think that was.
Oh my God.
I think that was.
You're retro and you want to sound like a '90s dad.
I've never said a word that sounded like that before.
All right.
Until
60.
today.
I gotta ask. So, your partner's name is Believe. Yours is 60 Hertz. Where did you guys come up with those names?
Believe has been known as Believe for a very long time, since he was a kid. I think dating back to Believe grew up in South Carolina, And when he was in school, he was always using that word, sort of like, you better believe that, or believe this. And then people just started calling him by Believe. And then that's been his artist name ever since.
That's awesome.
He's been a kid.
It's very positive forward too, I think.
Yeah, it is. And he, I wish he was here with us right now, but, and I don't want to totally speak on his behalf, but he's a very forward-thinking, positive guy, and the name definitely fits his personality and persona. And, Believe has been living and breathing as a creative person and as an artist for his whole life. It's how he supports himself and has had the opportunity to tour the world in different bands and work with Grammy-nominated artists, and he's a very talented engineer, writer, producer, and he also is really talented with graphic design and art and video editing as well.
Jeez, incredible.
For me, I 60 hertz came up in a couple different ways. I mean, I love that it's the sort of electrical currency frequency. I love that it's a specific frequency in the low end spectrum. I'm fascinated by synth bass and different forms of bass, and 60 hertz kind of fit right in that kind of low end sub frequency. And then
favorite bass plugin.
Bass plugin, exactly. And then writing it out as a word. I love that it has an X, Y, and a Z in it.
Oh.
Sorry, one more time. Favorite bass plugin.
Oh, you were asking what my favorite.
I am.
You got cut off for a second there.
Apologies. Oh man, I
can be synth too.
Well, my favorite soft synth that I used on the record was UE Diva.
Oh, of course, yeah, dude. I mean, wow, what a good choice. All right, fine. We continue. Excellent work. Carry on. Producer, we kill you in the morning.
So, one thing. How long have you guys been working on this album?
About 2 years. Little over 2 years.
Okay. It sounds like it's got 2 years worth of quality work.
Yeah, it does. It's very polished. And where did you guys meet? How did you guys meet? I think we have another guest coming in. Hopefully, this might be our other half of VHS Celebs. That would be fantastic. I tell you what.
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
We're going to sound check in Believe. Let's play a track. Let's just dive into some of your work, because we talked a lot about your stuff. We got to just give it a spin so we can give our listeners a little taste of what you guys sound like. So let's give this track a spin. And Jules, do you want to go ahead and set this one up for us real quick?
Of course, if you get the multiplex deluxe edition, there's going to be a bonus track right at the end, and it's this one. This is Star, the remix, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was VHS Celebs with STAR, the remix bonus track. If you get the album, you get the track. Is that just on the vinyl, or is that if you just order the album?
That is if you get the deluxe, but I think we may actually release that as a single later on. But right now you can get it as part of the deluxe package.
Deluxe. And
Awesome.
speaking, you are Mr. Believe that we were just
I am Believe,
speaking
yeah.
of.
I believe you
I'm
are
fine.
believe.
I believe that's his name.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably
worries.
late.
Thank you for joining us, folks. So we've got 60 and Believe from VHS Celebs. And so 60 was telling us this album's been about 2 years in the making.
Yeah, that's
And-
amazing. That's
Oh yeah,
it's very polished.
So
We
I
took
gotta
our
ask.
time.
Mhm.
We definitely took our time and wanted to come out strong out of the gate. Like we've both been doing music for a long time, so although we're a new project, we both kind of know what we're doing. So we didn't want it to sound like we're just starting out. We wanted it to sound like something that's a finished product and ready to go.
Well, it certainly does sound like that. So I gotta ask. So what is your background in music? Believe.
Basically, I've been doing music since I was a kid. My father owned a recording studio
Oh wow.
and played in bands, played 5 different instruments, and when I was a kid would put a guitar in my hands and make me strum along to whatever he was doing, and tell me I sounded great even though I probably sounded horrible.
That's what parents do, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he encouraged me, and at the time I wasn't really interested in playing guitar. It hurt my fingers to play guitar, and that was all I needed to know. Like, oh, this hurts. I'm done. So I didn't actually get into it and pick it up till way later. But he's the first one that kind of put me around instruments and music. And then yeah, I just kind of grew up a fan of. I grew up in the '80s, a fan of all kinds of music. And just 80s pop culture in general. And when 60 started sending me these tracks he was making that sounded like soundtracks to 80s movies, it just like sparked my creative interest like to the max, because I was like, okay, I've been wanting to do something that like sounded super 80s and was reminiscent of the stuff I grew up on.
I don't know about you guys, but I remember when Vice City, the original Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out, the radio stations in that game were just amazing.
Yeah.
For the style of
Yeah.
gameplay. It was,
They're off the hook. Yeah. And it reminds me, your music reminds me of like those little like skits, kind of those little takeaway radio station identifications and all the little, as you drive along and murdering people in the streets, you hear this funny radio, and it just kind of keeps things lively and fun. And you guys definitely have fun in your music, but also it's well produced, but it's also fun, like as music should be, I think. So you guys really, I think you hit the right spot, that sweet spot of being fun, being musical, being entertaining, and just something that people want to listen to and enjoy. So kudos.
Well, we take the music very seriously, and we put a lot into the music. It's our passion, and then the videos we try to just have fun. And
you certainly do.
As 60 would say, we don't take ourselves too seriously in the videos. We put a lot of attention into detail and trying to recreate these movies that we love, but we feel like it's almost more entertaining than just kind of watching us pose.
Just
Just
looking at your album art, like all the like the art for the singles and stuff is hilarious. Now, Mr. Hertz,
Yes, sir.
what's your background in music? How did you how did you find yourself dabbling with tunes?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I grew up in Cleveland, but when I was 18, I moved to California. I've lived in Los Angeles about half my life, and first cut my teeth. I grew up playing different instruments: guitar, saxophone, piano. Was in the school band for a while, and then When I moved out to California, I first cut my teeth working at Tony Maserati's studio.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Nice, dude.
Was able to make some connections and network with people there that led to new opportunities. And one of our mutual friends, prior to me even meeting Believe, is Jeremy Dawson from the band Shiny Toy Guns. And I was his sort of assistant as he was mixing Shiny Toy Guns 3, their third album. He started a new project. We hit the road, and I was sort of his all hands on deck tech, doing live shows for his new project at the time, MXMS. I would do some monitor mixing for their live shows, Shiny, when they would play some festival dates. And then, I started just kind of working on beats and production and kind of downloading software that I was into around that time. This is sort of like early 2010s. And then kind of shifted more into live sound and was working with different bands and artists that doing live sound. And then in 2017, I was hired by Live Nation as a tour rep. So I help manage tours out on the road for all different types of acts, and have just been basically trying to continue to make music while I'm on the road and in hotels and on the tour bus and things like that. And have been making stuff for a long time, but this was really the first project that I felt really proud about and thought that it was really good, and when I sent stuff to Believe, he was so enthusiastic and supportive and encouraging about what direction we could go with it, and then it just kind of grew from there.
Well, the two of you have done something amazing here.
Yeah. For sure.
We appreciate it, man. We really appreciate you guys and all the support we've been getting from Night Ride. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you. But really, it's I gotta ask, like, when you did this album, do you have any plans for doing this live? Like,
so this album was totally totally an organic thing. Like 60 said, we kind of met on a tornado chasing trip.
I didn't tell that story. Believe you want to tell them actually?
Legit?
I didn't tell the story.
Legit met on a tornado chase? What?
So his friend. So as he was saying, Jeremy Dawson. He did a lot of work with Jeremy Dawson. Jeremy Dawson has been a friend of mine for years, probably since like 2006, 2007. I've known Shiny Toy Guns and been friends with them. And yeah, they go, they chase tornadoes every year. It's Jeremy's, like, the way he's
gotta have a hobby.
Yeah.
What a hobby.
So he drives from LA, and I drive from Atlanta, and we meet in Oklahoma and get in a truck and chase tornadoes around with like computers bolted into the truck, and like
it's like the movie Twister.
Camp out every night.
Yeah.
Literally, GoPros were invented for these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it was one of those trips. I pulled up to Jeremy's place in Oklahoma to meet up, and 60 happened to be in the truck. So we spent like 2 weeks just driving around the Midwest, camping out and listening to music and just hanging out. But we realized we had similar taste in music at that point. I think I played some Justice, and 60 was like, yo, this is dope. Yeah, and we kind of connected over Justice. And it grew from there. 60 started sending me tracks. He was like, I'm a producer. But at that time, he really wouldn't let anybody hear his tracks. So I was kind of the exclusive ears on, and the tracks he was sending me were so amazing. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna put vocals on some of this. Like, I hope you don't mind. I think it was totally organic. Like, he sent me just stuff he was making on his own on tour. And then I was like, yeah, man, this stuff is awesome. Where are you at? And he's like, I'm on tour with the Black Keys. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. So we wrote like half the album, like backstage Black Keys shows last year. Just on tour buses and in cars and stuff backstage.
Amazing.
I just thought of something. One of your singles, I don't know if you come out with more singles, or if you need new ideas for album art, you should do that tornado meme guy, but the two of you in front of the tornado.
Oh my yeah.
Oh, there you go. That would be nice. Twister. Yeah.
Twist, yeah, because that was like that was in it was maybe 2000s. That movie came out.
We've been sticking to just 80s, but I think we're gonna branch out a little bit.
It's coming.
Next project.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Every generation, it's just pushing the timetable a little bit further along the guide, and that'll be pretty wicked.
Hey, you guys, I had to Google it. Twister came out in 1996.
Get out of town! Are you kidding me? So that's right
You
on.
thought it came out earlier?
I thought it came out later. I thought it came out like
Helen Hunt and
Helen
what's the name from
Hunt.
Titanic?
Bill
Amazing.
Paxton.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bill Paxton.
The
Sorry.
Bill
And from
Paxton.
Alien, we're all gonna die, man.
Game over,
late-
man. It's game over.
The late great Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of late greats.
Oh my God! All right, so that's
Terribly
perfectly.
great movie.
That is on brand because you guys have like a '90s. I think you guys, to me, are more of a '90s vibe. Like to me, like the end of Blockbuster, and it reminds me like your first, our first experience with your music was, it's the
Big mistake.
Big Mistake, which we're gonna play.
Yeah.
The first single, and
It was
I
a
was telling-
total like faithless.
yes
styled
I was
track
you
for
remind
us.
me of the artist Faithless in that.
I can't get
Especially
no
with your
sleep.
vocals, you
Dun,
got
dun,
that
dun,
Faithless
dun.
thing going on.
I can't get no sleep. Dun, dun, dun. That was like my That was my jam.
Oh, the build. Oh, come on. Anyways, you know
Good
what?
stuff.
Before we do that, we were talking about Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and let's play a song.
Let's do it.
This one, I love this one. It's another single you dropped, and it's on the album. It's called Night Drive. And of course, the single artwork, it's Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So this, it's a good segue. So let's do this. This is VHS Celebs from the album Multiplex. This is Night Drive right here on Night Ride FM.
I'm rushing over, babe. I miss you and I'm digging you that much. I wanna know you, babe. This feels like an 80s movie crush. Love, you got me in my feelings like I'm falling over you. I'll never be the same. Love, you got me in my feelings now. I'm calling out to you, calling out your name, babe. 'Cause when I'm lonely, babe, you know I can't see you fast enough, babe. 'Cause you're my only babe, and you know that I need your magic touch, babe. 'Cause when I'm lonely, babe, you know I can't see you fast enough, babe. 'Cause you're my only babe, and you know that I need your magic touch, babe. I know your motives, babe. I know how you're moving when it's up. I'm on your social page. You know they don't like you half as much. Love, you got me in my feelings like I'm falling over you. I don't know who's to blame. Love, you got me in my feelings now. I'm calling out to you, calling out your name, babe. 'Cause when I'm lonely, babe, you know I can't see you fast enough. 'Cause you're my only babe, and you know that I need your magic touch.
And once again, that was VHS Celebs with Night Drive. I love that track.
You know what? It's got a bit of Weekend vibes to it.
Yes, it does.
There you go.
I love it.
This whole album is just awesome.
Somebody posted on Twitter that it reminded them of The Weeknd meets Chromeo meets The Midnight, and
there you go.
Dude, I'd take that.
I reposted that. I reposted that as fast as I could. I was like, that's exactly kind of what we're
That's a
going for.
retweet.
Yeah.
So okay, so I got to ask you. You mentioned what are you some of your like influences in synth in the retro electronic? So you mentioned who did we mention earlier on?
Justice, of course.
Right. So they're a little bit harder. Like what would you call it? Like dark synth? I would call them if you were to like French dark house.
Yeah, look, let's start from the top. I mean, the biggest influences for me and where we kind of bonded over with Justice was French House, right? Daft Punk and Justice, I think, are two of the most legendary artists, acts to exist. Daft Punk in particular, and to me, they're the sort of top of the pyramid. In terms of the synth genre, like I really got into Kavinsky and FM Attack over the years.
Yeah, legends.
I love Toxic Avenger. I love Purple Disco Machine.
Toxic Avenger is incredible.
I'm really excited about a lot of sort of new up-and-coming artists in the scene. Some of our fellow label mates on Retro Reverb Records. I'm a big fan of Fascia. I love this kid, Heartbeat Hero.
Oh, yeah.
The other night I was listening to you guys, and I just discovered Ellen Milo.
Oh.
Is that the right name?
Did we play that?
Way to pronounce them?
Hang on.
I don't even know. Sometimes I don't know my own show. I think we did play them.
Ellen Milo, yeah, their stuff sounds so cinematic, and I just love the sort of instrumental.
We had Brother Tiger on, and he did some stuff, and I think she might have. I could be wrong. Jules, help me. I don't know my own show.
I'm going through, but there's cinematic stuff. Which is,
it might have been the Brother Tiger show.
Other than that, we love, I love bands like Crystal Castles. Toy Guns, as Believe mentioned. It was sort of a lot of different kind of electro indie artists that we've grown to love over the last 20 years. And then, we both love kind of 80s movie soundtracks and 80s artists. Gary Newman. We're actually working in collaboration with Mike Murphy from The System on a new single that's going to come out in January. So
Sweet.
We're really excited about that, and Believe has a ton of other influences and artists that he loves as well.
All right,
I listen to 80s, a lot of 80s stuff, man. So it's like Pet Shop Boys, Talking Heads.
Oh yeah,
The Smiths, and I think my favorite band ever is Joy Division.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then
Incredible.
of course, the New Order stuff, and there's a group called New Young Pony Club that I like a lot. I don't know if they're still around, but just like all the stuff that Justin mentioned, 60 mentioned, we have very similar taste in music, and we just try to fuse that 80s vibe with the stuff that's current and modern that we like, and blend it for something that's kind of brand new.
Do you guys collaborate like together in person, or do you guys work like separate cities?
So
How do you do your
60's on the road most of the time, on tour, and I'm
You guys
all
just
over
drop
the place.
boxing?
So like I'll fly into a city and meet them, or jump on a tour for a week or whatever. Like most of our videos we shoot in literally like 2 days when he has.
That's a
2 days
crazy
off
way to
or
make a
something like
music. That's a crazy way to make a record and make a video for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, fun too, because you get
Yeah.
different scenery like all the time.
You're in a different area. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
the
It's
thing is,
different.
but we can't even be local because like we don't even have a hometown really. We're everywhere.
Always on the go.
This album was created everywhere.
That's awesome, though. I think the cool thing about that is you can kind of pick up different vibes from different places too, and the album it does have a lot of different pieces together, and you put them together and you have like this wonderful cohesive experience. But I do feel like each song has their own vibe. It's really versatile. Like Night Drive, of course, it's got that real synthy, the weekendy kind of vibe. But then the next track that we're going to play is Big Mistake, which, again, back to the Faithless, back to that 90s EDM clubby kind of, just that vibe, and
When I heard it, I was thinking Blue Monday.
Blue Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
By New Order.
As far as when he sent me the track, I was like, oh my god.
It definitely has that vibe as well. So it's definitely, it's versatile, but it all fits together. It all fits together with your sound, and your vocals obviously just kind of blend everything together. And I like the fact that you do a lot of different things with your vocals too. Like some of it is more of like a raspier vocal delivery, where like on Night Drive is more like almost like an R&B
ethereal,
kind of
more ethereal.
Yeah. Now, do you use like
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask like some of the effects that you use, because it sounds like you use some type of like light effects on some of the tracks. That
Oh no, it's super heavy. It's not light. Yeah, I got 30 plugins on.
Anytime you hear an effect, it's heavy if you're hearing it.
Just stack them up.
Definitely. Like that was like the fun of this project is, and it's kind of to 60's credit, is like you said, each track is very different, even though it's the same producer. Like each track feels very different and has its own emotion. And maybe that's partly because he's always on the move. He's always someplace new, like you said. So your environment kind of inspires what you create.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that gives me a chance to kind of like just experiment vocally to try and match the vibe of whatever he sends me. So I don't think in terms of like, okay, this is my all the time preset, this is how I like my vocals. I listen to each track and I try to imagine like what would be the best sound, or who would I imagine singing on this track if it was 1984.
right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then I go that way with the vocals. But yeah, he always sends me something different and new and fresh, and it's like, okay, I get to be a different character on this, and I love that. Like I would hate to sound the same for an hour and make somebody listen to it.
Right.
It's my ADD.
No, it's good. It's definitely, that's what really makes albums, to me, it makes that album feel fresh when you can have all these different things that kind of fit together as one cohesive part, but individually it's just a little different every time, which is just, to me, like that. You don't want every song to sound the same, because then songs aren't going to stand out.
I think that this album, you got a little bit of 90s and 80s in there, so you're plucking all the nostalgia chords.
Yes, you're hitting all the notes
that you need
so
to get the job done.
I think we should play.
Thank you guys. Yeah,
I want to play this song.
Oh, yes.
This is my jam right here.
The first single you dropped.
This is my jam. So yeah, let's go. We're gonna play Big Mistake, and I think this is one of my favorites. Although like there's so many great songs on this album, it's really hard to pick. But this is the one that I think that like really kind of opened my ears and said, "Wow, this is a sound that not many artists are really coming forth with. Like this is kind of like your own distinct take on the genre, and I think that's just really strong to have you guys be able to stand out the way that you do. So we're gonna play this. Jules, do you want to go ahead and set this one up here, my friend?
Sure. So here it is from the album Multiplex, the deluxe edition, which I recommend everyone get, which was released on Christmas Day. This is VHS Celebs with the track Big Mistake right here on Night Ride FM.
you take. I'm gonna make you calculate. Take what you want for feeling's sake, and it'll be your big mistake. 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 I can give you love if that's what's on your mind. Just to cuff you up, I'm working overtime. To be with you, I feel like I might have to do some time. The way I'm hearing sirens when I'm seeing you, I know kissing you has got to be a crime. I can give you love if that's what's on your mind. Just to cuff you up, I'm working overtime. On the run, I'm on the way to get you in the first 48. You break my heart or hesitate, and it'll be your big mistake. 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 You set off alarms like the 4th day of July. I'm your first responder, lead detective, private eye. About to lock you down like this was Miami Vice. Cause the way you move your body, it has got to be a crime. I can give you love if that's what's on your mind. Just to cuff you up, I'm working overtime. You're on the run, I'm on the way to get you in the first 48. You break my heart or hesitate, and it'll be your big mistake. You're on the run, I'm on the way. I'll get you in the first 48. You break my heart or hesitate, and it'll be your big mistake. Your big mistake. Your big mistake. Your big mistake. Your big mistake.
And that was Big Mistake by VHS Celebs. I really
What a track.
It's fun. It's just so fun. Like the boom, doom, doom, doom,
Just
doom, doom,
the
doom.
rhythm in it. The rhythm is just amazing.
Yeah,
The whole song is one big hook.
it is. It really is. So kudos to you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, we had a question we were asking you off air, so I'm going to let Jules reintroduce it.
Well, you mentioned it a little bit on air earlier, but you mentioned you've got a single coming out. You've got music in the works.
We've got new music in the works. We're gonna continue to drop singles from Multiplex. So we'll at this point we've actually shot a video to each song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a complete video album done, and the end credits video, it's an AI generated video. It was created by our friend Chris Pilcher, our friend and collaborator. He's a dope artist from Atlanta. So we're gonna release end credits, which features Chad Petrie from Shiny Toy Guns.
Oh, sweet.
We're gonna release the Star remix that you played earlier in the show. And we also have a single in the works, as 60 was saying, with Mike Murphy from The System, very popular 80s group. Check them out. And yeah, I think 60 was talking about the next project that's in the works.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we we feel really proud about this. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, and we want to keep the momentum going. So we have plans to start playing more live shows in 2024, and we've already basically got a skeleton written for a whole second album. Of a handful. We've probably written over 25 tracks together combined, but we're cutting it down and honing in on our favorites, and starting to write our second album already. But we want to continue to release this music and promote this debut album, Multiplex, that we're very proud about, and try to build our fan base and play some live shows.
Amazing. Well, we can't wait to check it out. Although, like, you just dropped this album, so take your time. I'm sure. Hopefully, it won't take another 2 years to write that second album.
Not at all. Like I think once we kind of locked in, because when we first started working, it wasn't what we're doing now exactly.
You got a rhythm, I'm sure now.
Yeah. So now we kind of locked in, and once we got a focus. And kind of, like I said, it grew organically, and shot the first couple videos and kind of said, okay, we know what we're doing here. We got it streamlined, and now, yeah, we're pretty productive. So we can't wait to drop more music and just kind of keep the momentum going, like 60 was saying. So you can expect a single like every 3 to 4 weeks from us in the new year.
Sweet.
I think we dropped like 6 singles the past 6 months with videos, and we're just gonna keep going, man. It's fun.
Keep on rolling. I love it.
Now, so 60 was telling us that if folks go to your VHScelebs.com website, if they buy the deluxe album there, they'll get all the music videos for pretty much all the tracks on the album, correct?
They'll get 12 music videos. They'll get 20 minutes of outtakes and bloopers from the videos, because we have a lot of fun.
Amazing.
I gotta be honest, that's impressive, man. Like for a set of content to come with a record.
Yeah, that's
unheard of. Music videos for most of the tracks, like, it's unheard of.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a bold move, I think, on our part to go vinyl with our first project, where we really believe in it, and so we did the limited edition vinyl, and if people invest in that, because we feel it's the best way to listen to the project the way they would have in the 80s. So if people invest in that, yeah, we want to give them everything we can, man, and really like let them into the universe, because it's more than just music. The videos we take very seriously. Each one is a mini movie to us. So yeah, like, we want you to get the full experience. We want you to feel like you walked into a movie theater. And there's a visual with every song, and it ties together, and we hope every single one is dope and people love it. But yeah, we're gonna give them everything we can, man. We really appreciate people supporting the vinyl.
The videos are great. I want to 60 mention, obviously you've got your own YouTube channel, but I noticed there's a lot more of the videos on the Retro Reverb Records YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna pop that link into the chat. Yeah. Folks need to see these videos because they're awesome. They're just
and the way to see them all is to get the vinyl. You'll see the unreleased videos as well. There's a couple remixes that we have videos for that aren't anywhere online, so there's stuff in there that you definitely won't find anywhere but on our website. So yeah, we're giving them everything we got, and some extra stuff too.
Sweet.
I popped the link, vhscelebs.com, in the chats. Now, I also mentioned the 60, so I got myself a vinyl. Unfortunately, I live in Canada, so vhscelebs.com doesn't have Canada shipping, so I use retroreverbrecords.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
Folks, just if you aren't an Americano,
there are options. Yes,
there are options.
There are options.
And we will ship worldwide. It doesn't matter where you are. We will ship it to you. We appreciate the support. All of our socials are up on the website as well. VHS Celebs. You can find us anywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. We're going to start filming a lot more content for all the producers here listening and in the chat, sort of behind the scenes anatomy of a track, how I build things, Belief's writing process, vocal plugins, effects plugins, and I'm also pretty excited to purchase some new analog synths in the new year that I can incorporate into production.
He can't wait. He's already purchased like 4 this year.
Oh, you started the addiction.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm in.
I'm in trouble. He's in deep.
Yeah. We got to make room on the shelf.
Yeah, for sure. Well, excellent. So we threw out the website, VHScelebs.com, and the Retro Reverb Records.bandcamp.com as an additional resource if you find better shipping or whatever. But definitely go out and get the album. Like you said, this is the way. This album is the way. You need to hear it to be on vinyl. That's just, you're going to get the real deal with that. So definitely go out and pick that up. And we'll definitely make it worth your while, as they say. Gonna make it worth your while.
Hey.
Will now.
How you doing?
I gotta give kudos to the album artwork idea. Like 60 was telling us, this whole dilapidated multiplex, and every track is like one of the movies playing in one of the theaters inside. I just love it. That brings back memories.
Yeah,
definitely.
For sure.
Like we stumbled upon that theater that's on the cover. Like literally, we were like shooting the video for "Don't Cry" up in Ohio, and looking for old theaters, and like stumbled across this abandoned multiplex, and yeah, it just all came together. Like you know when you're on the right track, because things like that happen. But yeah, the photos and all the artwork were done by us and our photographer Will Foster, who's an amazing photographer. Check him out, Rock Candy Photo. He took all the pictures that you'll see in the vinyl and on the artwork.
Amazing.
Have you guys ever heard of The Last Blockbuster?
I did. Yeah, is that on Netflix? I'm trying to remember.
No. Well, there's literally
about the single last VHS rental facility.
Yeah.
There's a brick and mortar Blockbuster that was the last to close down. It's in Medford, Oregon, I want to say, or just outside Medford, Oregon.
Amazing.
So it's north of Cairn a little bit. We are planning on trying to. It's now turned into an Airbnb that you can rent, and so we want to host a live performance live stream up there.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
We got to make that happen.
From the video store. So yeah, we thought it would tie in nice to just do a live stream for all our fans, because our label is based in London, so we have a lot of fans overseas that don't get to come to our show.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
When we set up to do a live stream performance, I think we're going to do it from that Blockbuster. I think it'll be perfect.
Nice. All right, so that means there are some possibilities of live performances and some streaming performances that you guys can check out.
Definitely. We did a private show in Atlanta a couple weeks ago, and we performed at the 2nd Annual Film Festival in Baton Rouge last week, and we also do DJing as well. So we did a DJ set in New Orleans, also to promote the album when it came out, and I'll be doing a DJ set in Columbia, South Carolina, actually at the Columbia Museum of Art on January 6th.
Now,
and it'll be an all 80s set, very VHS-y.
Awesome.
This explains why this album, also the singles on it, are very DJ friendly. Because there are some synthwave tracks, they are not DJ friendly, I'll say. But this one...
long fade-ins, long fade-outs.
Yeah, but the beats and everything, it's
beats that trip you up.
We love music, period. We love playing music however we can do that. So yeah, we've thrown a couple listening parties and mixed our album in with some of our favorite artists, and folks enjoyed it, so we're taking that show on the road as well. Yeah, man, it's fun.
Amazing.
You gotta hook up with Live Nation, don't you?
Yeah. We got a small hookup.
Yeah, that's
It's in-
small.
It's in the works, man. Trust me, I'm working on it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Jumping back onto
amazing.
Night Ride, what, the second time in 2 weeks?
Yeah, you guys are revolving door here with you guys here. I love it.
We love it. It's our second home now.
well, Night
thank you
Ride
so
loves
much.
you. Thank you so much for coming on, and yeah, we can't wait to hear more. But in the meantime, go out. This album just dropped. It's amazing. It is called Multiplex. You can get it on Bandcamp. You can get it on their website. So just go out and pick it up because it's good stuff, and you're gonna dig it, especially on the vinyl, because that's where it's at. So thank you so much for coming on, guys.
Yes,
And
Believe
thank you so
60.
much. Thank you so much, Night Ride, for having us. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the support and getting in on our first album. We really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for listening.
Of course.
Go cop the album, vhscelebs.com.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I forgot to plug something. If you guys ever need a band to open on a show for you, you gotta check out Von Kaiser, who's co-host tonight. Because they bring the light show, let me tell you, and they bring the talent.
Yeah.
And wait, and now it's a new late show too. You got new.
Where are they based?
Nice
We
work.
can trade shows.
They're in Michigan. So you guys
Grand
are.
Rapids.
I don't know how
Let's do it.
I don't know how geography works, but you guys seem like you're close, right?
we go all over. So
Hey, it
Yeah,
doesn't
these
matter.
guys-
Doesn't matter where it is.
Van Andel Arena, right?
this guy knows his tours.
I love it. So we're gonna put
Right.
together a super awesome show. It's gonna have.
Can you imagine Von Kaiser and VHS Celebs?
That would be a sick. Tip.
I will cross the border for that.
there it is.
Let's go.
Canadian.
All right.
Just looking
Thank you,
to leave
guys.
home.
Awesome.
Hey, it was a
Thanks for
pleasure.
having
It
us,
was a
guys.
pleasure being here tonight. Thank you guys so much for all the
Right.
support. And
We
uh,
wish
Good luck to you guys
Big
out there,
fan.
man.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year, by the way.
Let's
Happy
pass
New Year to
sometime.
both of you.
Yeah.
Hey, happy holidays, guys.
Yes,
yeah, likewise.
Take care, man.
All right.
Later.
All right. So we have to put a track on, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap things up.
I say we wrap things up because we've got one more track.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Well, we can do two, right? 'Cause
What can we do?
We can do.
I mean, you guys, are you guys the masters of all of this anyway?
I don't know what we honestly don't know what we're.
You know what?
doing.
Let's put a track on because we skipped this one earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Electricity.
Electricity.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna come back after this. We're gonna rattle off a couple of live shows that are coming up,
Yeah.
and then we'll wrap it up.
Wrap it
So,
up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
From the album, The End is the Beginning. This is Von Kaiser with Electricity right here on Night Ride FM.
Wonder where you are. I swear I never used to care, even when you were right there. Feeling content in this moment, I couldn't care less about the rest. Summer is coming, the breeze has been blowing my mind again. It's you and me, and it lights the way, and it's pure electricity. It's green and red, like a traffic light, and all my worries fade into the night.
And that was Electricity by Von Kaiser.
Thanks for the spin, guys. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
Yeah, you're guest hosts, but you're also guests. That's the way. That's part of the name, I guess, right?
It's really been kind of
Guest
cool to hear.
/ host.
Yeah,
It's been cool to hear what everybody does,
Yeah.
like
It
with
is-
their process in their studio and
it's
like how
fun.
different everything is.
it is
in
fun
the genre.
seeing it all breaking down and broke down and breaking it down. we're like, what are we on our 3-hour mark? We got to get into some touring and events. We're gonna rattle them off, and we're gonna get ready to close up this show because, my God, this is like another epic show.
All right, I added an event February 10th.
All right, let's see if I can. Let's see. This will refresh here.
All right, good luck.
All right, it didn't.
I'm gonna start off with this. Jules, do you want to start off? No, I'll
Sure.
start.
Okay. Well,
You
first of
start
all,
off.
Quick shout out to our overlord Z.
Hey,
Who joined us in the IRC chat.
very nice.
I guess it's time for the Aussies to wake up. He's a late bloomer, I guess.
He's a
We had Dave 808 and we had Craig Packman and Hearts and Beta.
very nice.
I guess Z was busy coding up yet another.
Another
I know,
iteration. He's
Skynet,
got a little something he's
Skynet.
working on too. It's looking pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
all
right.
he's
So
always cooking things up.
events this weekend. This is pretty awesome in San Francisco, USA, on Saturday night, December 30th, and Sunday night, December 31st, at the Independent. The Midnight is playing with support from Droid Bishop and DJ Danny DeLorean.
That's a pretty crazy show, honestly.
Sick billing. January 19th, we have Tesla Night Productions with Starcadian and Immortal Girlfriend. That's in Milwaukee, USA. That is another
Dude,
sick.
Immortal Girlfriend, they're another band like VHS Celebs.
We've been trying to get them on the show for like 1,000 million times, but I don't know. Jules, you don't have the pull. You don't have that pull, man.
How about Jan 13th?
Yeah, it looks like the Runaway DC with 2D Cat, Annie, and Safety Bear in Washington, D.C.
Pretty cool. And then right after that, February 10th will be Von Kaiser in Baltimore, Maryland at the Crown with Power Rob from Megatronics and Dan from Neutron Dreams. And of course us, Von Kaiser.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get down there. It's about a 2-hour drive for me, so we'll have to.
Is
see.
it really
That's
that
not
far?
so bad.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not
too
so
bad.
bad.
It's not too
It's a shorter drive than it is for you
Yes.
than it is for us to get there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So I'll keep that in mind.
Kayla, what's going on this date?
Oh, well, February 17th, The Black Heart, House of Serpents, FHE, and The Phantom Division in Leeds, UK.
Yeah, that's a UK synthwave show. It's pretty cool, actually.
Very nice. Very nice.
On the same night, you've got Kilowatt Bar, 2D Cat again. He's out playing a lot. Namesayers and Catch Pritchard in San Francisco.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got here, Jules?
Ooh, well, obviously, February 18th, the Midnight does their Asia tour. So February 18th to the 24th, they're going to be in India,
India.
traveling around various locations. And then I'll wrap it up because it's them again. Right after that, on February 29th to March 2nd, they're going to be Down Under
Down under.
in Australia. Yeah.
All the Australians be checking out the Midnight. Very good.
That's incredible. Honestly, I gotta say, I'm happy that someone's doing it right. You know what I mean? Like they're in India, they're in Australia. Like,
Right.
I mean, they're doing it the way that we all would love to.
We would dream.
You know, it's super cool. I'm just saying. I mean, I just
Yeah.
lament it as like, at least someone from the genre is out there touring and like pushing it
And they're not pushing, EDM or rock and roll.
Yeah,
Like,
they're doing
still-
retrowave. I
they're
mean, it's
still
their
like-
own, their own flavor.
Right, their own flavor of retrowave, but they're pushing synthwave, retrowave the way that they should, and
Well, they've also
kudos.
got the finances to be able to do these.
I bet they put the work in. I mean, they
sure.
really honestly set the bar.
Well, Tyler's been through the ringer this year, so hopefully his 2024 will be good.
Yeah. So shout out to Tyler Lau if you're listening to the show. We know he's had just a grueling year. Honestly, I hope your 2024 is a little bit better and
Once
further
again,
brighter.
folks, if you wanna check out the Synthwave events calendar, you can just go to nightride.fm/blog/synthwave events, or the easiest way is just type Synthwave events in Google, and the first link that pops up
Is
take you there.
us. All right. Are we just gonna wrap? We're gonna
We are
wrap up the
wrapping it
show.
up.
We're gonna
We are
do our
done.
closing time music here.
Thanks,
Well,
guys, so much for having us on.
Oh,
We love, of
Dude.
course, we love both of you.
We love having
we,
you guys.
We got to give big thanks to VHS Celebs and Elon does for joining us, but of course, mostly we got a big thanks. You guys were here over 3 hours with us. David and Jalen from Von Kaiser.
Now you know how we feel when we do these long epic
Feel
shows.
it. Yeah, we feel it. We almost feel like we are doing a synthwave show.
Yeah, so, you will admit this is so much harder than lugging all the lights into your car and driving
Yeah.
like, I don't know,
This is-
1,000 miles.
This is
It's
super hard,
harder.
guys.
Totally, it's way
Different.
harder.
It's a different kind of hard, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have to like.
keep a flow going and try
You gotta
to
think
you
of
know.
things to say.
Yeah, I mean and not just say like, oh, you make music, or oh,
Oh, how's that?
yeah, how's that? Oh,
Hey.
what's it like the weather where you live? Like, not to be generic. Yeah, it's super hard. So mad props to you guys both. You Julian, and you Dennis, both for what you guys do for the scene and what you guys have done for both of us. Like high praise and Happy New Year
Happy
to
New
both of you,
Year.
and Happy
Yes.
holidays to the entire synthwave community. Like,
Gotta
we
say,
love you
thanks
all.
to our listeners too who are tuned in. I got one more
sure.
shout out, Gaming Gothic over on the YouTube channel.
Hey.
Thank you for the shout out. Thanks for saying it's a great show, as we hope it is. Of course, if you like the 24/7 music on nightride.fm, it costs money to run the server, so you can head over to patreon.com/nightridefm and help out, keep these servers running. There are 5-6 different streams going on. There's Space Synth and Chill Synth.
All
and-
the synths, man.
Yeah, all the synths. We've got different flavors of streams for everyone. And of course, here on Night Ride FM, we've got our live shows. We've got live DJs who jump in and hijack the stream for
yeah.
you.
Do all that talky stuff.
You
You
that we
never
do.
know what's gonna happen.
So,
And of course,
yeah.
if you want to support Dennis and his beer habit, you can go to
that's
thestateofsynth.com. You can get all our episodes there. You can get our show.
You're a beer
our-
guy, huh?
I do
liner
like
notes.
although I've been mixing it up, I've been getting into old fashions, believe it or not. That's the whole
So
other
has David.
Funny
Get
you say that,
out of
because I have
town.
found myself having a distinguished old fashioned at most of the places I've been going.
Well, I do declare.
incredible.
Yeah, I rely on the kindness of strangers.
It is it's a great drink.
I'm your Huckleberry.
But I digress.
We love you guys.
We love you too, man.
All right, so you know
Happy
what?
New Year, everybody.
We're gonna play everyone out with one last track. This is Von Kaiser's last single, a cover of Eddie Money's "Take Me Home Tonight," which is like one of the best songs. I always play it on my '80s nights at Tilt Arcade. From all of us here at Night Ride FM, we wish you all the best for 2024 and a happy New Year. Good night.
Happy New Year. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Night.